San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody. Hello, America. Hello, world. It's the
Hello,
Morning
Punchy.
Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm AJ. Look over here to my left. It's Mr. Rob Thompson.
Call me Punchy today.
Hello, Punchy.
I'm sleep deprived. Punchy, the giggling clown.
What happened? Why are you
Sleep deprived.
Go, Spurs, go.
Up too late. Slept with a dog.
Go, Spurs, go.
There were some Spur fans in the building last night. Did you see them?
Oh,
I
yes.
found them in the darkness.
Oh, yes.
That stayed up late watching that.
Now, what I just did, that Go Spurs Go, that doesn't count as song, right?
You ever been? All of us have been to a meeting, right? You go to a meeting with your cohorts, your group, your work team, whatever it might be, and the suit walks in, and the standard prep when you're a management type is two goods then a bad.
Yeah.
That's what I was always taught. Give them two goods and then a bad comes.
Yeah.
And we had the two goods and the bad. We were like, hey, this is good. You guys are great. This is happening. And then our boss turns to AJ and goes, you're not going to like this. Like, uh-oh, what's about to happen here? And the edict came from above.
So anyone who listens to this show to hear me
It's done.
sing songs,
You're going to have to find a podcast.
I've been
Go back and just listen to the past episodes.
I've been told that I'm not allowed to sing on the air anymore.
Well, it was a good run. Oh. You want to get it out of your system? You want to get it out of your system like one last?
No.
One last. We won't tell.
No. We'll do it on the break.
We'll do it during the break.
We'll do it in a commercial break so you can get it out.
You sure? You don't want to let it out?
Oh, it's so hard.
God, I love this song.
I do. You know I love this song. Don't you know?
What? What?
Oh.
Here. This is delicious. Here, try. Oh.
Now you know how I feel when people are eating cake around me. I can't eat nothing.
Don't you know? Oh.
And then look.
Things will go your way.
Oh.
Look what Pledge leaves in front of the
Oh, what is that?
It is peanut butter fudge.
That's so inconsiderate. That probably needs to be left in here.
They're peanut butter fudge
That's
cookies.
I think we need to teach that SOB a lesson.
Yeah. I got the edict came down.
Got the hook.
No more singing.
Got the hook.
No more singing. Very unfortunate for anyone who's a fan of that portion of the show.
Can you
He'd already told me like, don't play guitar with my mouth. Don't.
Oh yeah. You can't just don't do that.
No, don't just don't make music noises. And now he's full on said.
It's a chapter in your life that you will look back on fondly.
Well, I mean, it's been like I've sang on the radio for like 20 years.
That's what I'm saying.
So
It's turn the page. Just there's things we just can't do anymore.
Oh, it's very unfortunate. I'm not going to give out the email address.
You're not going to like this.
But I do feel like we should give out the boss's email address and let people.
I wouldn't. On
send
the day after
complaints
that
to-
meeting, I wouldn't dox your boss.
Because I know there's a lot of people who only tune into this show for that.
Oh, you think?
I think so. At least a couple.
So if you actually have access to a computer.
Yeah. I think
You said when the library opens, go send a friendly email.
I think there's a few people who are like, yeah, man, it's.
Oh well, we adapt and carry on.
Yep. So.
So we do.
It's unfortunate.
We have a running bet. Maybe the our brigade bar crew can jump in like that you're going to slip up. I'm just trying to figure out how long. What's the over under on this?
This is the thing, man.
No, I mean it can be days, but it's going to happen.
The difficult thing, and I get his spot. I've programmed a station before, and it's difficult to be a programmer and a listener at the same time, because you have to know that you are not you're not the average listener. Like, not everybody is the average listener. There's, we have a target demo, but sometimes you hear something that you particularly have enough dislike for that you just assume that everyone hates it. And that's where our boss is with my singing. He hates my singing enough that he assumes,
unfortunately, it's kind of like
everyone else must hate it too.
If everybody in the world likes one thing, but your wife doesn't, guess what side you're on?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
it's unfortunate, but it is the end of an era. And
well, we'll retire the mic.
One day, you're
gonna slip up.
Yeah.
I got some money on it.
Yeah, I'm sure
it's gonna happen. There's a couple of songs we know that you're just gonna come back from.
All right.
Just kind of drop into it and.
No. Give me the line. What's the line that he'll sing?
Oh, I'm not gonna say that, but I think we should all very privately put money on a song. Figure if that's the one that he.
Vic played a straight banger off the gate. Like a Prayer is probably up there.
That's what I'm saying. We don't want to waste them all, Vic. Save the good ones for another day. An unsuspecting.
Every song today he will.
Well, today will be too easy. See, I don't want you to wait. See, the thing is, I think that's great. But today will be too easy.
Yeah, I got Cher up.
I think
Cher
we have
on deck.
I think over the next week, I think you need to skillfully place a song or two that just is one of those bangers that he doesn't realize he's doing it. And then,
can you rap?
When it happens,
I don't think he likes me rapping either.
And when it happens, I'll buy the lunch.
Okay, I have
with
Cher,
the money won.
Let's see, I have Cher, Katy Perry.
No, I don't want you to drop those songs because I have one in mind.
Because I think I rapped something yesterday, didn't I? That was, I think, the
Wu-Tang.
That's that was the killer for Dax. Wu-Tang is for the children. Wu-Tang is not for the bosses.
No.
Wu-Tang is not for the suits.
Nope.
Wu-Tang is for the children. And
so, Brigade Bar, if you have an opportunity to maybe supply a song that you think will cause the slip up, I'm more than willing to listen. But it's going to happen, and I'm going to make some money off of it.
Song.
So we'll get a pool going.
I feel so sad.
I know, we're all so let down. You notice I'm smiling.
I know you are.
I know. It happens to the best.
I saw Rob slide a $100 bill over towards Dax.
No,
I knew
I can plead absolute ignorance to this. I had no idea it was coming.
Oh,
but you're not gonna like this.
Rudolph is right. It's like when the principal told Beavis and Butthead they're not allowed to laugh in class.
Like,
they're struggling.
It's laughing in church. That's why I'm gonna make some money off this. It's gonna happen.
Man, yeah, it's not gonna be the same. I will say that. It's not. The fun police,
good, bad, or indifferent.
The fun police made an arrest yesterday, and looks like it's the end. Looks like it's the end for your boy here.
You had that was a rough morning, but you didn't have a Sharon Moore day.
No, my day ended up better than Sharon because
he started out so well.
I took my bad news in stride. Sharon Moore didn't handle his bad news.
You didn't take out an AE on the way out the door.
No. Imagine Dax. Dax is like,
clock one on the way out the door.
I don't want you to sing anymore. No more singing. And I just say, oh, okay, that's cool. And then as we're walking out of the meeting, I pick up a chair and just smack him with it. And
just crash.
Then I go to jail. That's essentially what happened at Michigan.
Basically what happened to a Michigan man.
A Michigan man. And now Sharon Moore's getting to sing in prison, where in his jail cell, he's just singing a song, and I can't even do that here.
I hope they put him in a pro-Michigan cell.
I hope so too.
Spartans.
We'll talk about Sharon Moore's really bad, awful, horrible, bad day.
I read that book.
But first, we've got to talk about the good news. The bad news is my radio singing is
You're not going to like this.
The good news is the Spurs win.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, we take the good with the bad and we move on. We'll talk Spurs on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few incidents as you head into your early morning commute. Now, we still have the accident on 410 westbound just past Palo Alto. It's in the left lane. Another crash at 281 southbound at Josephine Grayson Street. Looks like they just moved a lot of that wreckage off to the right shoulder. And then a stall at 410 eastbound, that off-ramp to Bandera Road. That stall has got the off-ramp partially blocked. Now, this road work on the northeast side on 35 northbound, 1604 on up to Olympia Parkway. It's a 20-minute commute in the right lane, and it's stop and go starting right around O'Connor. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on custom cards and custom wrapping paper, plus shipping supplies and services to get your packages delivered safely. Don't miss out on select laptops up to 45% off. Visit staples.com for details. Staples, that was easy.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
And it's the second instance of a plane catching fire this week.
J.D. Ryan was a stewardess for Southwest for 5 minutes.
Flight attendant.
And he's an expert on everything aviation.
Now it's time for Plane Talk with Captain J.D. Ryan.
Thank you, Bob. Welcome aboard.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio, the holidays are here, and so are the perfect gifts. The Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop has everything you need to shop for everyone on your list. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, jackets, and more, all ready to wrap and put under the tree. Find them at any of their 4 locations: River Center, North Star Mall, Ingram Park Mall, and Hebner Oak Shopping Center. They're open 7 days a week. Holiday shopping made easy. Only at the Dallas Cowboys Pro Shop.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your 4-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care, and here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are part of healthcare sharing now because it just makes so much sense right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's December 15th. Call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. It's 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
This is an important notice to all U.S. taxpayers. The IRS is giving away billions of dollars in tax savings through a federal program called the Fresh Start Initiative to aid delinquent taxpayers. This initiative was established for anyone facing financial hardship and unable to pay their back taxes. Qualifying and enrolling in this program will stop all collections, settle your delinquent tax problem, and even reduce what you owe by thousands of dollars. Call the hotline at People's Tax Relief to see if you qualify and get this free information by dialing 800-924-7415. If you have unfiled tax returns or cannot afford to pay your personal or business back taxes, you can now get the help you need. One simple phone call can resolve your tax problem and save you thousands of dollars. To see if you qualify and to get this important free information, call 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415. 800-924-7415.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say micro, offer ends 12/14. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hola, mi esposo se lastimó en un accidente ayer. ¿Me puede ayudar?
Claro que sí. Estamos aquí para servirle.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7. Our team of Texas attorneys has been helping people injured in car, truck, or 18-wheeler wrecks for more than 25 years. And there's no fee unless we win. Y hablamos español. If you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Oh, he's fighting it.
So even more reason to go to the YouTube feed. Because what we lost in singing, we gained in dancing.
Hey, he said we could still dance, right?
Oh,
yeah.
I think it's actually see, there we go. I think it's actually requested. That's next week's meeting. You're not going to like this, AJ.
Am I allowed to do?
You're not allowed to dance anymore.
Am I allowed to do spoken word singing like William Shatner? Like a
No, that's called rapping.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
No, I don't think this is going to be at least not today.
No. Oh, it's very difficult. You hear that song, it's just a banger, and you just want to. You just want to have
this
fun.
Is one. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to miss that one.
You're not going to miss that one.
I'm not going to miss that one. No.
Where do you think you're going?
I'm just saying if it's going to be out of the rotation because it's such a temptation.
I know
that if it
That's
was
all more reason to play it.
Well, no, I think it will need to be replayed appropriately as I'm chasing a payout.
He could lip sync though.
Yeah, I endorse I think he should lip sync.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good idea.
There we go.
That's kind of like putting the chocolate cake real close to your face.
Just
kind of like being real hungry and getting it right there. And getting a good sniff.
Get a good whiff of
that.
that.
It's hot and just getting it right there and then putting it down. So if you want to go ahead and mouth it and dance.
Yeah. So lip syncing is accepted.
Party on, Garth.
Yeah. It just doesn't. It's not the same though.
No, it's really not.
It's like being in a car. You just want to like. Because that's what I feel like. I'm in the car with you guys. I'm in the car.
All right, I'll give you this. Why don't you go ahead and sing, but I'll have your mics off.
No, don't. Let's not.
That's a good idea.
Because you need to get it out.
Let's not. No. Again, there's a pool enacted. It'll happen. It'll happen at an appropriate time.
Vic knows all my weaknesses. He knows all my weaknesses.
All of them.
All my soft spots.
We're going to play to it. Like the defense of the Lakers. If you attack it twice, they're going to fold.
All right. How about Los Spurs? Holy hell. What a showing last night. 132 to 119. Really,
front to back, open to close.
I mean, maybe for about 6 minutes it was a game.
Are you talking about early or in that little run?
Early.
In the fourth?
I mean, like I think the Spurs were down 5 for most of the first 6-7 minutes of the game.
And the Lakers put together what was in an 11-0 run there in the third going into the fourth. They tested them, but the Spurs never lost control the entire night. It was like open to close, front to back, entire team on the same wavelength, ass kicking. And, all the things we talked about third quarter, they came out with a little bit of intensity last night. They didn't let off the gas. Everybody played their role. It was as good a game as the Spurs have played in I don't know how many years. I mean, it was just a spectacularly well-played game.
Steph Castle had I don't know if it was his best game yet as a pro, but it sure felt like one of them. I mean, he dominated this game.
De'Aaron Fox just came to work, did his normal night, just
the
doing
huge.
That's all. He's an all-star starter. You can convince me otherwise.
And the number of nights where the Spurs are going to have 25 turnovers and still, or when they're going to, or not 25 turnovers, 25 assists and be in a competitive game, I don't think there's going to be many. No. I think this is what it's going to look like when they move the ball like this.
Look at how many guys are in double figures. 6, 7?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 dudes in double figures.
Yeah.
Everybody doing the appropriate thing and doing their thing.
And Devin Vassell wasn't even one of them.
Yeah, but he played a role.
He had a bad game.
But he did other stuff. He picked some turnovers. He was appropriate in fast break passing. He did the things that, he just didn't get buckets, but he played a good game. Keldon did the electric stuff, did the tips, did the dives, did the muscle stuff. De'Aaron went and got buckets when they're absolutely necessary to get. The way that our post is going, the way our post play between Olynyk, who's adding valuable minutes, but let's not get away from the fact of how good our post play has been. I mean, we got rim protection. The defense hadn't been stellar, but last night it was. Rims. Did you notice at one point in the fourth quarter or third quarter, it might have been into the fourth, Redick just pulled out his post. He was like, we're getting destroyed in the paint. We're going all small.
And it's funny because Ayton, in that 5-6 minutes to start the game, was having his way, and I was like, "Uh-oh,
no,
it's
they fixed that.
Going to be more of the same." They shut it down.
They fixed that drop coverage on the pick and roll. They stopped that real quick. That's one of those adjustments we've been talking about, and it was adjusted to the point where it was pointless to even play post. Let's try to go 5-on-5, and even that didn't work. It was just a really well-played game and a big-time moment. I was really impressed.
Yeah, I think, to go on the road and handle a good team the way they did there, this was one of the best wins the Spurs have had this year.
Really felt good.
Yeah. Now,
here it comes, the board.
Oh, God.
I didn't see the game. I just saw the score, and I thought, did Phoenix finish with like 4 dudes? I mean, did everybody foul out?
When you... It's fun because you have this win and it's like, man, what a great win for the Spurs. And now you're going to Vegas and it's exciting.
It poses some questions, though. Some real interesting questions for your coaching staff. Your what's the plan for the season? What do you view Oklahoma City as? There's a lot of things that are coming into play for this game that's coming in on Saturday because they're going against a team that is legitimately one for the ages. And I heard coming in, and it's hard to argue, this is feeling very much like the Jordan Bulls. I mean, like, you got a Shai Gilgeous that's getting buckets in ways that only Jordan got. Those mid-range jumpers, the fouls, you've got a team that's having fun and just crushing people. This is feeling very Bulls-esque. And How do you fight that early in the year? Do you give them everything you got? Do you play possum? Do you get Wemby back in? Is it appropriate? How do you measure yourself against this kind of team? It'll be very interesting because of the time they have to prepare for this, and then the time afterwards. You can really treat this as a one-off Super Bowl kind of game if you want to.
Let's discuss that on the other. Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about how the Spurs should handle this imminent semifinal matchup with basically Megatron. This is unbelievable. But it again, it's not to like rain on the parade because it is an exciting thing for the Spurs. But good God, when you get to that next round and you see what's there waiting for you, it's hard not to take notice. All right, we'll be right back. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We are working a few incidents as you head into your early morning commute. Now, we still have the accident on 410 westbound just past Palo Alto. It's in the left lane. Another crash at 281 southbound at Josephine Grayson Street. Looks like they just moved a lot of that wreckage off to the right shoulder. And then a stall at 410 eastbound, that off-ramp to Bandera Road. That stall has got the off-ramp partially blocked. Now, this road work on the northeast side on 35 northbound, 1604 on up to Olympia Parkway. It's a 20-minute commute in the right lane, and it's stop and go starting right around O'Connor. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services for safe delivery. Don't miss 50% off custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, that was easy.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J. Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J. Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
George Gets Justice. 2026 is almost here, but that car accident you went through this year, it's still weighing on you. You may be hurt or unsure how to get help. You need to get George at George Salinas Injury Lawyers. George understands the chaos you're experiencing, and he'll take care of you so you can step into the new year back in charge. Call 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George Gets Justice. GetGeorge.com. Principal Office, San Antonio.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live from Baltimore, Maryland. Site of the Army-Navy game presented by our friends at USAA.
Influencer Annie Agar is going to join us at 4 o'clock. You might want to be around YouTube for that one.
No doubt. Then we got Stephen Jones. He's going to join us at 4:30.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hi, this is Joe Reinagle, and you're listening to the home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This one's safe.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to bring any.
No.
Good morning, everybody. It's a
new wave Thursday.
It's a song-free, sing-songing free Thursday.
Yeah. No karaoke for you.
No.
Yeah.
The ancient and honorable art of the karaoke will not be performed.
No, no longer.
Ever again.
No longer.
Well, maybe a paid private performance. This could be your opening song.
This one you're safe with me.
Yeah.
AJ Unplugged, an intimate evening alone. I'd like to open with my favorite Erasure song.
Did you see?
Actually, say tu j'avoue.
Yeah.
Did you see Grayson Allen shove Chet Holmgren and get thrown out of the game
And
last night?
that's so unlike Grayson.
No,
he's
he's such
really
a
out
nice
of character
guy
for that kid.
Such a level-headed fella.
Always been just a good, nice guy.
Yeah. While the Spurs did handle their business, there was other business being handled in the Emirates Cup quarterfinals as the Oklahoma City Thunder absolutely. I mean, Chet is.
I'm looking at Holmgren sitting like he's Tom Cruise.
Chet's a cartoon character, but he really is.
Oh yeah.
I love
All right,
it.
Maverick.
Chet is like if you drew something up, like if you wrote down in the year 2000, what does cool look like? Chet wrote it all down and is like, this is what I'm going to be.
I'm going to buy that.
This is what I'm going to be.
Sunglasses. I need some drip.
He had his hair cut that
I need the acid wash denim. I need that.
I need a denim coat with like a fur collar.
Do you have a funny hat that I need to top that off with a funny hat?
But the Thunder are there's no just like saying, oh, they're really good. Like there's something special about this. They went out to embarrass the Suns last night, and they did it. I mean,
the numbers are crazy. Of the win, how many 30-point wins have they had already this year? It's not that they're just winning; they're devastating teams and laughing while doing it.
Yeah,
and that's the galling thing that this isn't hard work. These guys are having fun,
yes,
and whipping ass every night. And certainly, it's as hot a team as we've seen in a decade. I mean, there's no question. There's nothing like this since the Golden State.
The question is going to be: is it ever? Is it an all-timer?
It certainly. You just feel like they can't maintain this, but there's something about the way that they're doing it because it's so easy. They're not having to even work at this, and they're devastating teams. And while Phoenix is a shadow of what they were, there was still something on the line. It wasn't like the Phoenix kids just showed up and didn't want to go to Vegas. There's a paycheck involved to the point where Grayson Allen is starting fights. So it wasn't like this was a team that was, on its way south and headed toward a high lottery draft pick. Phoenix was playing to win this thing, and to get pasted like that on national TV, the way that they did it, and it doesn't even feel like again they're not even trying hard. And the execution is flawless. And then you've got a guy like Shai Gilgeous who is truly putting up Jordan-like numbers, like leading a Jordan-like team, who has his Pippen, who's finally healthy, by the way. It's a when I put it into the Spurs perspective, when I look at what they're doing, you wonder, how much do I need to be doing right now? How far do I need to stretch to knowing full well I got a pretty high mountain to climb this year?
I think this year, no one should just. And this is the, I talked to, remember Mackenzie Rivers came on with us before the season. He's a NBA betting expert. And I texted with him last night, and I said, I think this is the best team I've ever seen. And he said, it's certainly, he's like, if you said, who are you going to take to win more games and by more margin? He's like, I think it's them. He's like, but I'll still take that old Lakers team and the old Warriors team. I think it was like the 01, is it the 01 Lakers and the 16 Warriors? Yeah. He's like, as far as like complete teams, because, and it is important to remember last year during the playoffs was the first time that the Thunder looked.
Yeah, they'd had some.
They looked human. Mm-hmm. Like they had a soft spot you could hit. They still won, but they didn't run roughshod over everyone the way that they did in the regular season. So until they do it in the postseason, maybe it's fair to say, okay, let's hold out judgment on how good they really are.
That's absolutely true. But I found it interesting that the two teams that you talked about were absolutely representative of the era in which they played.
Yes.
When you think of the early thousands and the late 90s, Lakers and just the bulldozing Lakers Kobe effect, just plow. We had to change the rules. We had to allow a zone just to get there. And then Golden State was the new era. And I think Oklahoma City is now the newest era, and they look like those other teams. And when we look back on history and go, who are the greatest? Well, of that era, of this era, and here's this era. And I think they're beginning something. And you have to kind of look at history to understand, how do you address the fact that you're looking at and might be looking up at a dynasty as you're developing your team? Do you stretch this thing out? Do you press the gas all the time, just hoping for a hiccup, a chink in the armor? I mean, what do you do when you're on the ascension and you're looking at a team that could be one of the greatest of all time? How do you handle that?
I don't know. I mean, you obviously you in your own person, or I say your own personal, but like in your team meetings, your philosophy is going to be, we are growing at our pace, and we worry about us.
And I think that will apply directly to Saturday.
Yeah. Right now, if your goal is to be better than the Thunder this year, you're going to find yourself spinning your wheels in the mud, because no one is going to be better than them this year.
But is it even worthy of the chase? I mean, is it worthy the extra 5 minutes a night, 40 minutes a month, 2 hours of playtime a year I would extend to get there? And know that even if I did everything right and got as good as I could possibly get, I ain't going to be good enough to beat that.
You know when it's worth it? In the playoffs. Like in the playoffs, you throw everything at them. But I mean, what are you doing? Chasing the one seed? No, let's be real.
What's the point?
Yeah, you're not chasing the one seed.
So
That's
that applies to, the number of games my stars play, the appropriate games that they play, and that maybe not, I might not need them to go against them. And by the way,
Rob, I'm not talking about just the Spurs. I'm talking about Rockets, Nuggets, Lakers. Everybody needs to be looking at this as we're competing in this 2 through 6 range for seeding
and trying to avoid them as long as possible in the playoffs.
Quite frankly, yes.
Yeah.
And now in the playoffs, you don't. I mean, you throw everything at them. They're the big bad wolf. You've got to put everything out there. I get it, but no, I'm not doing anything special to try to chase this team.
For those of us, and I think there's a lot of us that want to see Wemby on Saturday and take your lumps. If you get whooped, at least you know what whooped you. It might not be worth the squeeze, knowing, dude, is the game worth it? Do you want to sacrifice all this just to be in third place, in the West at the end of the year because you gave your heart and soul for a win in the middle of December? You brought your dude back, first game back in a month and a half, and God forbid something else happened because you rushed him back just to try to see who you were against the best team in a decade. I don't think so, man.
And this is probably not the day to have this discussion, but if the Thunder go out on Saturday, and right now the spread for the game, what do you think it is?
Oh, I'd say it's
neutral court game.
Neutral court, yeah, I'd say between 8 and 16. Somewhere I'd give it
It's 10.5.
10.5. Okay.
If the Spurs get beat by double digits in this game, which
would
would not be shocking at all. Let's just call it what it is. Would it make you look at the idea of a Giannis trade any differently?
No.
Because that is the one thing you could do that maybe levels the playing field.
Yeah, but I first of all, I'd like to see what my field looks like.
Sure.
You know what I mean? And I'll get an opportunity.
And if you you know what? If you show up and you look like Phoenix did, there's no point in doing anything.
So yeah, that's true that. But this isn't the measuring stick. To me, it's that back-to-backer coming up over Christmas. This one I feel like will be a recon mission. I'm gonna send out a couple of squads. We're gonna kind of poke around the edges and see what kind of works. But this is not going to be a suicide mission. We're not going all in on this.
Yeah, well, so we'll talk about what the Spurs are going to do on Saturday. My guess is they play it safe. We'll talk about that on the other side. Morning Huddle 94.1.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to SASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Whether it's morning routines or weekends on the sidelines when the temperature drops, America brings the heat with Hot Hands. Hot Hands are America's favorite hand, toe, neck, and even body warmers to help you stay warm and cozy from head to toe. Hot Hands are fast-acting, they're long-lasting, and they are made right here in the USA. Look for the Hot Hands logo and the bright orange packages at your favorite store or online, and keep doing what you love out there with Hot Hands, warming up America coast to coast.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
He's singing in his head.
Is he?
Good old Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky.
Hey, it is a banger, man.
Oh, yeah.
In its day? I don't know why.
Stop it, Rob.
That's not saying. I was just saying, I don't know why. It's so hard not to sing that.
You asked me, should the Spurs bring back Wemby for this game? And I think no for two reasons. Reason one is as simple as I don't think there's any point in rushing him back for any reason whatsoever, because I don't know that the Wemby, a fully healthy, a fully functioning Wemby, doesn't make up the gap between the Thunder and.
Well, don't you want to find out?
Eventually.
I'm just saying.
Right now, no.
And how do you?
No, I don't care.
How do you go to Victor and go? You know what? Not this week. Not Saturday. You're not ready. We're afraid that Chet Holmgren will abuse you on national TV and you'll be embarrassed. I don't trust that you're good enough to come back.
I mean,
how do you handle that?
You just say, hey, this game doesn't really count towards the season standings.
It kind of does.
Okay.
It does. And, you got Jordan McLaughlin down the hall that's making chicken scratch. Yeah. You can make him some money.
Sure.
Or you could just write him the check if we lose.
But you can also say, like, our priority is getting you healthy to the playoffs.
That's the mature view for sure. That is the 30,000-foot view. But for guys that are on the team, dude, I want to go win this. I want Wemby standing behind me to do this. I want to put it on him. I get a chance to show the best team in the last decade who the hell I am. I'm ready to go. Let's lace them up. Vic, put on some pads. Let's do this.
The other thing, though, is if you lose to the Thunder without Wemby, you can hold that in your back pocket for later and say, okay, yeah, they beat us, but we've got this, and our best player will be here, and we can change the way that we play them. How many times has Wemby played against the Thunder? It seems like every time there's an opportunity there, he's not available.
There was a game I do recall Chet took advantage of him. There was a game where he did get.
Chet won the one-on-one when they played last
he
year.
won. There was a game. So that plays into it too. The mental side of the coaching stuff, I don't pretend to understand. I don't pretend to know the right answer. I just know if it was me, if I was on the Spurs team, I want Wemby. I want these guys. Especially after last night. Last night, the way that they played was aimed at Oklahoma City. That was as much a message to them as it was to anything else. They knew what the score was. They knew what happened before they went up. They know exactly who they're about to play. And they knowing full well who they're about to play, they went out and played the best game of the year. So, if I'm a coach, I'm kind of like, all right, I might have held the horses back, but if you guys want to run, let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's strap it on and let's go see exactly who we are. But I'll tell you, you better be ready for the answer. You better be ready for, if you roll out and give it 100% and get whooped by 25, I want you to be back on practice on the next morning ready to go again. We can't hold this in our back pocket.
Right.
I mean, sometimes you don't want to know the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
And sometimes as a coach, you got to, let's not get to the cliff, man. I don't want you to see the real truth because you're not who you're going to be. I don't know how I handle this because this is going to be the center of the basketball universe kind of stuff. We got the whole world watching this kind of stuff. So I kind of tend to kind of lean into the idea, let's just see who we are. I know it's terrifying, but I will say this with the predicate of, I need 100% of, agreement with my medical staff. Like, this is little risk as possible, right? This, like, I'm talking about if there's 3% he ain't doing it, one of those things. You got to sign off on it and put your name in blood on this telling me he's ready.
Yeah.
And if you can't do it, I will say, okay, he's not playing.
Rudolph says, stop thunder slurping. Dude, you can't be considered thunder slurping when they're 24-1.
And if you don't trust us, go read your favorite basketball writer. Everybody is on. They were on the side of their mouth. We were saying it a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. Like, this team is really freaking good.
Way worse than thunder slurping is like trying to pretend like they're not that good. That's the embarrassing thing, is trying to poo-poo that the Thunder aren't that great. They're okay. Yeah, they're fine. They're not that great. They're beatable. Like, that's the weird thing. Just look what's happening here. This team is it's a juggernaut.
That it is.
Whether you like them or not, that's a different conversation.
And it's a juggernaut, and it's not even the pro version of a juggernaut. It's not like they're coming in like robots and just kind of excising and going back to the locker room and leaving. No, they're having fun doing it. They're alley-ooping and beating you by 40 and laughing at you when they're going back down the court. They're benching their best guys for the entire quarter, and they've benched them, and they're still whipping your ass.
And they're still winning by 50.
So no, they're dancing off the court. You see them getting interviewed, and they're just it's a full-on caravan. They're just whipping ass and taking names. And it's Oklahoma City, so it's not getting a lot of pub, but anybody who plays them knows.
I asked Rob during the break, do you think this year, at any point, the Thunder will lose back-to-back games? No. I can't even imagine that would happen.
They'd have to have 3 dudes down and a coach sick. I mean, it would be
and
that
one of them
hard.
would have to be Shea.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it would have to be, and another one. I mean, it'd have to be another star on top of that. They're that good, and you just have to ride the wave, and you never wish ill on anybody or any team, but you kind of hope for some misfortune so you get your chance, because the Spurs have gone through enough of theirs. I mean, my God, how many games have they lost due to injury? So, I mean, everybody goes through it. Every team has a run where it just doesn't click right for a week or two, and you hope you catch them when that happens and maybe gain some ground. But it's not a foregone conclusion, because last year Cleveland was having not anything like this.
No, but they were very good, too.
They were doing everything that champions do, and it didn't end right.
And I'm not saying the Spurs shouldn't play scared against them. That's not what I'm saying.
No.
I'm just saying,
just take the squad that did this last night against them and see what they can do.
And if Wemby's 97%, you say, cool, let me know when you're 100.
Right.
I'm not going to feel you don't need to get into a crank measuring contest with this team right now, because this isn't the time or place for it.
And I think that's the only way you could justify it to the team, is you go in and you go, this is how it's going to be. You guys, look what you did with the Lakers. You guys know each other. This is a game. We're not hamstringing you. We are just improving you. Yeah. We're just getting better for when Wemby is 100%. We're going to be that much better. And I think if you can go with that mindset. But again, if I'm one of the dudes and I'm looking at a possible Emirates Cup title in the millions, and we're talking about 6 digits, I kind of want my dude behind me. I kind of could use the cash.
Okay, I got one more angle on this. We'll hit on the other side. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 on a song-free Thursday.
Day ends in Y. No songs.
No songs.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
10-yard line, touchdown Vegas, what a wild finish.
Your home for the NFL.
This report is sponsored by Willie's Grill and Ice House, Texas Ice Comfort and Scratch Made favorites. This holiday season, give the gift of Willie's Grill and Ice House. Capture that Texas Ice House feeling with families in mind. Good food, conversation, and cold beverages. Now get 20% off all e-gift cards, plus a $10 bonus card for every $50 spent. Visit Willie'sGrillAndIceHouse.com.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Hey, Derek, you've got a 70 model GTO with a Judge option. I love the Judge. On a 1 to 10, where would you score it?
It's won 2 national awards, so probably about a 9.5.
So it's a real one. Is it 40 grand?
I'd say it's probably more than that. My insurance policy is right around 75 to 80.
Well, I've got some stuff overinsured too, dog. I know how that works.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
At Target, great memories start with great prices. Get gingerbread house kits for just $12, plus all the Wondershop baking must-haves. Gather the whole fam, grab some gingerbread kits, and start building sweet moments together. Then keep the joy rolling, baking up tasty treats with Wondershop that'll make the season a blast. Make unforgettable memories with incredible prices on gingerbread kits and Wondershop baking essentials. And step into the holidays, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
Topgolf New Braunfels is now open in the New Braunfels Town Center at Creekside. Topgolf New Braunfels features new games, food, and drink, a 9-hole mini golf course, and half-off gameplay Monday through Thursday. Come play around at Topgolf New Braunfels.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great-tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
ConnecticutSA.com.
December football is so much fun with the playoffs right around the corner, and to add more excitement to it is playing on Underdog, the best place to get in on all the action, make your picks, and win money right now in Texas. Hi, Jason Minix here from The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Playing on Underdog is easy. Pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and so much more. Think about Dak Prescott and his passing yards, Brandon Aubrey and his kicking points. Get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Use promo code STAR to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. It's your last chance to get exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 35% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Did you know that Apple started in a garage? Google started in a garage. So did Amazon and Hewlett-Packard. At the next rodeo, we have nothing against garages, but this is for those burgeoning businesses that started in backyards. Bedrooms, bathrooms, kitchens, home offices, and also garages. Small businesses with smaller beginnings that were looked down on, tucked down too, but had the smarts to survive and the grit to grow. And now they're ready for the next chapter, the next level. Now they're ready for the next rodeo. The Next Rodeo is a creative partner that brings world-class thinking to companies who know where they're going, no matter where they came from. The Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want is one great idea. Get the full story at thenextrodeo.com.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. We've got some road work along 35 on the northeast side that's causing about a 35, 40-minute commute. 35 northbound, 1604 to Olympia Parkway. We've got 2 right lanes blocked. Stop and go starting right around Thousand Oaks. On 281 southbound, the off-ramp to get onto 35, we've got an accident. That off-ramp partially blocked. And we do have a closure on the west side on Culebra. Closed northbound between 410 Frontage Road over to Petranco, closed with an accident. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
It's on to the semis of the Emirates Cup. The San Antonio Spurs took care of the Los Angeles Lakers last night, 132-119. It was a unified team performance led by Steph Castle's 30. The team combined for 50 rebounds and 25 assists. The Michigan Wolverines have terminated head football coach Sharon Moore with cause. The university conducted an investigation and found credible evidence that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. The day got worse for Sharon as after the firing, he was arrested for an alleged assault. More news to follow. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Centergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey now, 7:02 on the Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Ramiro, they win big because when a quarter of their points come from Shea's free throws, your star player's in foul trouble for his flopping. That's why their record looks like that.
There's something to that. I'm not going to say that's wrong. I mean, Jordan, all the greats have lived on the free throw line. So, yeah, Shea gets a lot of free throws. So does Luka.
Shea, 3 of 3 from the line last night.
Well, last night didn't count. He sat down with 28 in the third.
And they still won by 50.
But I'm not going to. I want to address what Ramiro did say, because there is some validity to that. He does, and that's one of the reasons it's hard to beat them. He is a magnet for foul calls. He lives on the mid-range jump shot, though, and I think, like, if you look at his numbers, I think upwards of 80% of his shots are challenged. So he shoots in traffic, and he gets fouled a lot, and it makes it very difficult to run against him. It's not wrong. That's just the game.
So if I were to, say strategically, don't foul him. Well, what does that leave you with? Him just making every shot.
Right. So, no, this is nothing.
It's like it's a knock on him that he's drawing fouls.
What are you talking about? That's a skill. You aspire to get in a position to where no matter when you're shooting, you're either making the 2 or getting a +1 or you're going even with the foul and you're stopping the clock and you're putting that guy on the bench. No, that's why he's the MVP and one of the best players in the world.
Shea's not one of these dudes who just tries to throw his arms up and hope that you call it a shooting foul.
I won't say he ain't guilty of that.
He hits. There's more and ones than anyone in the history of the league.
But there is some truth to the fact that he does get a preponderance of the calls, and that's what. So did Jordan, and so did Kobe, and all those other guys. But that's also how they win.
Is he not
and why
getting fouled?
I would say that he gets fouled most of the time, but so does most shooters. He gets the preponderance of the calls, but that's the level of greatness. I'm not degrading his game. I'm just explaining where he is in the pecking order, and he gets the calls, as do all superstars. He dominates the ball. He can go get 28. He can interrupt the flow, and he can speed the flow up just by how he decides to play the game. That's why you have superstars.
And Ramiro says he says drawing fouls is nothing new, but when James Harden did it was some BS. Come on, AJ. The difference was James Harden was putting his head down, driving into the paint, and then flailing his arms up, throwing the ball up in the air with no chance that it was going to go in. Like his whole intent was to draw the foul and earn his points from the line. Shea, like I said, these are and ones. He's making these shots and still getting fouled.
Yes.
And you know what? Last night, if you gave every free throw that the Thunder made to the Suns and had them make them, they still lose that game by 30 points. And in fact, if every 2-point attempt that the Suns made, you gave them 3 points for it, they still would have lost to the Thunder.
How the hell did we lose those guys? I mean, you look at that and go, how the hell did we lose to those clowns?
It's because it's not that the Suns are clowns. It's that
they were clowns last night. You don't get you're a professional athlete. You don't get your ass kicked like that. I mean, these are professional NBA dudes.
Well, there was no Booker.
I don't care. You're going to take 100 free throws. I mean, some of us show some pride. That team quit.
Yeah,
you don't get hammered like that.
Of course they quit.
These are all.
I mean, Grayson Allen intentionally got himself thrown out of the game.
That's why I go. How do we lose to these guys? They just gave up the ghost.
Yeah, no, it was a assault. But this is in my mind. This isn't like. This isn't some fluky thing. This is.
Oh, it's been building. We saw it coming. I don't know why anybody should be surprised. Now, I don't think anybody could aspire to this. I mean, you can hope that you're going to be good. You don't think you're going to be like this and doing it easy. I mean, it's coming easy, which is the most frightening thing about it. And because it's so easy, the fear is you get jaded. That's normally, there's a process with every great team, no matter how they started. There comes a point where the game itself is secondary to, let's just take care of business and let's go have dinner. One of those things. And they're not there. It might be a year before they get there, but eventually all great teams reach that level to where you got to find more motivation during the regular season other than this.
And the other thing is the reality of dynasties, even the best dynasties, was it 5 years? I mean, like in
the modern world, it's set up that you don't get much more than that.
So let's just say the Thunder are, and when I say dynasty, I don't think the Thunder are going to win the next 5 NBA championships.
Well, we decided dynasties 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
that's a dynasty.
I'd bet a significant amount of money that they win 2 out of 3.
Yeah,
but you're also
3 out of 5.
If you're San Antonio, you're also not looking at it like it's this year or bust.
No, we're taking
what I'm
next
saying?
year. I think the plan is next year you better be ready. Next year we're going to have every piece in place. We got everybody paid. The only thing that would be the hindrance would be health. We planned our work. We've worked our plan, and here we sit. We got an all-star starter at guard. We have, if not by name or award, we have in stature the defensive player of the year and a potential MVP. We've got a rookie of the year currently. It'll be 3 straight in our minds. I think the plan was and continues to be next year you better be ready. This year is gravy.
Yeah. But the more I look at it, you're playing for second place this year. That's everybody.
Well, you just got to be in the room. You never know what's going to happen.
You're absolutely. I mean,
just
Indiana was in the room.
Yeah, just be there.
Like if you play your best and they play their worst, you never know what's going to happen. And Indiana saw that. Indiana played. I mean, they played about as well as they could have played. They took it to 7. I would have never thought Indiana, of all the teams, I didn't think Indiana could take them to 7. They did.
But even Indiana would look at this Oklahoma City team and go, "My God." I mean, they're better. I mean, they're better to the 8th man. They're better. I mean, they go all the way to 8 guys. Every one of them could start on a team.
They are 24-1, and their second best player has played 3 games.
Yeah, it's a frightening
the guy that they had penciled in to start at point guard this season has not played a minute, and they are 24-1.
And the good news is the Spurs can look back and go, our best dude hadn't played much either. So we'll see on Saturday. It's going to be one of those nights that I hope it is what we think it can be. I don't expect to win, but I do think even the dudes without Wimby are going to roll in going, we got something to prove, and they played as good a game as they possibly could the last time out. So I think it's one of those signpost games. I would like to see everything there. Everything short of a fully functioning Wimby would be sitting and watching on the bench in another weird African airlines.
I will say this. One thing about being a really young team is when you're young, you're dumb. And you might think like, they may believe they're just as good as them.
Well, I'm not going to tell my kids they're not.
No, go the hell in there and just throw it against the wall, see what happens. Yeah, you don't know any better, and they don't know any better.
And that's the difficult thing when you sit these guys down and you make the decision about Wimby or not. I mean, you have to in your own mind, if I'm Keldon Johnson, go, I don't need him. And that's a big thing to get past. Like, I don't need that 7'5" dude that was averaging 32 and 15 when he got hurt. I don't need him to win.
And this is the other thing you got to consider when we're talking about the potential of bringing Wimby back. I mean, you've played. This is 12 consecutive games you've played without him.
And maybe you deserve the right to go get it without him.
Well, what I'm saying is, we talked about it when they first started playing without him, and it was a Fox-driven team instead of a Wimby-driven team. It's very different. So right now, while you've got this momentum,
don't shift what's worked. And
that's all I'm saying. Yeah, it doesn't make total sense to just say, okay, we got to shift our identity right now in this game against the best team in the world.
I want to strap it on and go to town, man. I want to see the two big dogs go at it early in the year. Let's see where we stand. I want to see him. I've talked myself into Wemby put the shoes on, man.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I
not
just
there.
want to see where I am.
But this is the other thing. Like, if the Spurs get beat by 40, I'm not disheartened by it at all.
Yeah, well,
because I've already accepted that this Thunder. I've written it down. I'm writing it down in pen. The Thunder are the NBA champions, but that doesn't have to be the ultimate goal every single year. And for a team that wasn't even in the play-in a year ago, winning the title doesn't have to be your ultimate goal this year. Like,
well, it better be. You know, I know
you
you're
know what?
right.
I mean,
Everything you're saying
there's
is
going
right.
to be 29 disappointed ass teams if that's the ultimate goal.
And you know, part of it, you were just said it. Being young is dumb, and dumb. You know, we can beat them. We can do it.
Here's a good example of where the Spurs sit right now. The New England Patriots last year weren't in the playoffs. This year,
much better.
What could happen to the Patriots now that they would consider this year a flop?
Nothing. But the good news is they don't have.
It's house money.
Yeah, but they don't have an Oklahoma City to get past.
No, they
have a
don't.
legitimate
They don't.
Kind of shot. And I just don't want the Spurs to limit themselves mentally to go, you know what, the best we can do is the Western Conference Finals and go 7 games. That's our highest aspiration. I don't think that's true.
I'm not saying the Spurs should ever think that way.
Like that, but
But that's how I feel.
But I think suits that guy that turn the boat need to turn the boat appropriate to that kind of belief.
If
we're
you're
playing for October of next year, a perfect health and a perfect team. That's what we're playing for.
I mean, you're as big a Spurs fan as I know. If the Spurs got to the Western Conference Finals and lost 4-0 to the Thunder by 20 a game, what a great season.
Yeah, but I think everybody can do that. Yeah,
what a great season.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so to me, it's when you're playing with house money, like cool. Whatever happens, happens. But what I'm not doing is risking Vic's long-term health for to try and make yourself feel good in the middle of the season.
And if I'm Wemby and his people, I go, man, it's still early in the season. If I twinge this thing, I'll be back in time. We'll do it again. But let me go tonight. Let me go against this guy. I've been sitting on the sideline for 6 weeks watching my team go play ball.
You know when you can do
without
that?
me.
Christmas.
That's really the answer, right? That's where you go. You're going to get your chance. We'll warm you up. But you know, and then you got McLaughlin and Bismack walking in and go, hey, man, how about a little scratch?
No.
How about a little something for me for the effort? You know, I helped get here. Maybe let's cross the finish line. Maybe
then do it.
That's the answer.
Don't count on Wemby to make your money for you. Go out there and get it.
Well, we kind of have.
Go on, Bismack.
Well, I kind of have the best player in the world on the defensive side.
But you've pretty much
him,
played this Emirates Cup without him.
It's true. It's true. But man, just the prospect of showing them who's who, what's what, putting a little bit of doubt in their mind when you play far better than expected, and suddenly this De'Aaron Fox thing is the one bit that, quite frankly, Oklahoma City can't control. That's the one thing. They don't have a dude to play De'Aaron Fox. So you might they really
they
don't
got
have
Alex Caruso still hanging around there.
Alex, he's a heck of a team defender.
Yeah.
But open court, I'm just saying, if I'm looking at my Spurs, I go, what's the separator without Wemby? I got a dude that's faster than anybody on their roster. So maybe we can run with these guys.
Yeah.
Maybe we can have some fun.
What I will say is, come playoff time, I mean, yeah, sew your leg back on. Get it done. But we're in the middle of December. These games don't matter.
Part of it is I'm not going to play 65 games anyway. So if I twinge it again,
and you know what else?
I'll be back in April.
Remember this. This is like it's so funny how people change their minds so suddenly. Nobody cares about, what's an Emirates Cup matter? Until you get here, and all of a sudden it's like, let's go out there and win that thing. Yeah, it matters
it's
now.
Dumb unless I'm good at it.
Right. Yeah, that's where everybody's mind suddenly changed. Now it's real important to go out there and win the Emirates Cup.
Stupid courts and uniforms. Unless I'm playing in Vegas, then this is the best idea we've ever had.
Yeah.
I will say this, though. It appears, and this is by just hearing the NBA types talking on TV, that the players do kind of enjoy it, that they do like the idea of getting up for a game. And, you discount that fact.
And I think going to play like at a neutral site in Vegas is kind of probably fun for these guys a little.
And keep in mind, these are kids that are very used to the AAU circuit, traveling around games that, we're on the road. This game matters, and we're going to play in a tournament, and I can get. So it does kind of feed how they grew up playing the game. They're winning me over. I still think it's dumb. But they're winning me over.
Yeah, if it went away next year, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I wouldn't notice. Just color the court for another reason.
Yeah, but the season's long enough as it is. Like, making it a couple games longer isn't exactly ideal. But
that's why they do this tournament in the first half of the season instead of the second.
Yeah,
because there's enough reason to play in the second.
But no, I'm not rushing anybody back to win a mid-season banner. Like, the goal is still the goal, which is make something happen.
Wipe that stupid grin off Chet's face and
December 23rd and 25th. You can do it, Rob.
Abe Lincoln grill.
December 23rd and 25th. You can do it.
How long has it been? 4 score and what? Whoop your ass.
But also, do you really want to bring Wemby back, not full strength against him?
No, that's the other thing. I don't want my kid to get embarrassed because he hadn't played in a month and a half against a dude that is feeling himself. And Chet's playing really well lately. So,
and he's also the third best player on their team.
I just can't tell Wemby that. I just can't let him know that, dude, I'm holding you back because you're just not physically ready to go against this cat. And that's something he's never heard.
Yep. All right, let's take a break. We got to get into this Sharon Moore story. What a wild day yesterday for the University of Michigan football team. We'll talk about that coming up next. Morning Huddle 94.1, San Antonio Sports Star.
We are just 14 days away from the Christmas holiday. And if you're planning on heading out of town, going to grandma's house, over the river and through the woods, what are you doing with your dogs? I hope you've considered the resort that is Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit out there on 35 and 1604. I say out there, it's right there. Hop, skip, and a jump from the airport, easy to get to by highway from any part of San Antonio, and you land at a pet resort the likes of which you wish you could stay when you were on holiday, because they got thousands of square feet of play area, indoor and out. They've got monitors. They've got the appropriate sized dogs and everything you expect from a pet resort. And right now, they got the Black Friday deals going. Whether you're a daily drop-off type where you make sure your babies are taken care of while you're gone, they've got specials. It's all space permitting, of course, and they have been filling up fast. And they've got the holiday deals going on as well. So what I recommend to you is go prove it to yourself. Go drop by. They're right there on 35 outside of 1604, just past Gilman. They're on the east side of 35. That's Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit. You're a holiday pet resort. Take care of them the way you take care of yourself at a resort. You're going to thank me later when you go by Bluebonnet Bunk and Biscuit.
Dallas Cowboys fans, come on down! It's AJ and Rob from the Morning Huddle, and you could be the next contestant on
The Stat Is Right.
Every week leading up to the week of the Cowboys home game, AJ and Rob toss out a Cowboys player and a stat from the upcoming home game. Passing yards, rushing yards, number of times Dak adjusts his wristband mid-play, or perhaps CeeDee Lamb mouthguard chews per quarter. Whatever. All you have to do is predict that stat, get the closest, and bam! You're headed to Jerry World with a pair of tickets to the next Cowboys home game. Think of it like The Price is Right, but instead of winning a blender, you get to scream, "How about them Cowboys?" inside AT&T Stadium. So study up, Cowboy Nation, and listen to the Morning Huddle to play. The Stat Is Right. Only on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hi there. Surprise.
30 for 30 presents Booyah.
Can I get a witness from the congregation?
You can't stop authenticity.
Booyah!
Stuart was exactly like you saw him on camera, off camera. He dialed it up 10%.
Can you imagine the impact of young black boys and girls looking at that going, I feel seen?
He changed the culture. He changed sports.
Stream Booyah, presented by Modelo, right now on the ESPN app.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J.Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Another episode brought to you by Prize Picks. And I'll tell you, it's the holiday season. It's the best time of year for sports. The bowl games are beginning. You got college and pro basketball. You got playoff pushes all around, and it's all happening at once. There's no better place to play than at Prize Picks. I love going to Prize Picks because I get to stack different leagues. I like a football play. Let's say I like Jamar Chase this weekend. I also like Wemby with the blocks. I could add that in there as well. And you like to play the hockey as well. You've got everything there that you can stack. Above and beyond that, if you have a favorite player, you can play them in a lot of different ways. That's Prize Picks. Go download the app today, and when you do, remember the code ALAMO. If you remember the word ALAMO, there's free play in there, so go download Prize Picks and remember the code ALAMO and get your money early. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's the code ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it 'tis the season to go play on your Prize Picks, and you know why? Because it feels so good to be right.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
So right now may be the perfect time for you to rethink how you pay for health care, and here's why. This time of year is decision time for a lot of people, but it's also when you can join MediShare and save even more than usual. For many families, joining MediShare means saving about $500 a month, which is a game changer for a lot of people. More than 1 million people are part of healthcare sharing now because it just makes so much sense right now. And MediShare is the gold standard. Members like it a lot. We know this from member surveys. MediShare has been around for over 30 years. It is a proven thing. And if you join before December 15th and you mention the promo code SHARE, they'll waive your application fee. So you save $100 right off the bat. I'll give you the number here in a second, but just call. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. And again, the deadline's December 15th. Call now. You'll save even more. Here's the number. It's 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Sharon Moore. Oh, boy.
You think you had a bad day yesterday.
Woo.
I know.
When you just wish, this was my day off.
Think about, I mean, Sharon's had a good run here at Michigan, man. I mean, it was very quick ascension.
It's like Barry Switzer.
Just
kind of showed up, used other guys' stuff, and left.
Yep.
Now, remember, though, part of the reason why Sharon Moore is the head coach at Michigan is because there were transgressions by the previous regime.
Steal a sign or two. So you flew dudes around the country doing something that was only vaguely illegal.
Well, he also had Burgergate.
Oh, then he was flying his team all over the country, using him for recruiting. Yeah, they were doing a few things that were outside of the norm, pushing the envelope, if you will.
But okay. But Sharon Moore becomes the head coach after the national championship game and signs a 5-year contract, $5.5 million a year. Year one, they're 8-5. Wasn't a great season, but they beat Ohio State. Last year they go to 9-3, and then this year, this wasn't a 9-3 is not a bad year.
It's just for Michigan.
They didn't have the Ohio State win this year to cover up the rest of things, but okay. That said, here's some things that have ended the career of Sharon Moore. In mid-November, there was an anonymous tip given alleging that Sharon Moore was engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member.
So staff member.
It's identified.
We don't know the age of the staff member.
Well, it's Paige Shiver is what the internal reports apparently.
How old is Paige Shiver?
She is. Let's see.
Is she like a grad assistant? Is she just an adult and employed? Is she under the direct control or purview of the head coach? I mean, where was it deemed to be inappropriate?
She is. After she graduated from Purdue, shifted into college athletics, joined the Michigan program in November 2021 as the on-campus recruiting and football operations coordinator. In February 2024, she was promoted to executive assistant to the head coach. A position that involved high-level administrative coordination, staff communication, and support during critical recruiting cycles.
Support during critical recruiting cycles is a broad definition. What kind of support was she offering?
Yes.
It sounds to me, I thought initially this was a Petrino thing.
But no. Like a student?
Yeah,
she's not a student.
It's not a student. Obviously, there was cause, and I'm sure the attorneys have looked at this front to back. They're going to fire him and not have to pay him a penny.
Yeah, is what it looks like.
But it sounds like the kind of thing, if he was beloved inside the institution, that you could wink at. That you could, you guys found love. You better get married, or at least don't do anything weird. But, if you're a national champion coach and you found yourself love, we'll let it slide.
Well, let me give some more detail in the story because there's more.
There's always more to the story.
So that the anonymous tip came in mid-November this year.
So it sounds like the lawyers have had plenty of time to investigate this stuff.
Earlier this week, investigators were finding, quote, credible evidence corroborating the tip. There have been rumors about abortions, stalking, salary spikes.
There we go.
And even attempted murder, but none have been confirmed. Okay.
This was the dude that was crying after the Ohio State game? Okay.
Yes. Yesterday, early afternoon, university officials present their findings to the AD, Ward Manuel. The decision is made to terminate Moore for cause immediately. Sharon Moore catches wind that he might be in trouble as his staff and team meet with the AD without him. And Moore leaves the facility and heads over to an apartment complex. It is the apartment complex that Paige Shivers resides at. Police are called at 3 o'clock or at 4 o'clock Eastern. That's what time it is in Michigan, 4 o'clock Eastern. Police are called to a residence
at the apartment
complex regarding a domestic dispute. Moore is detained there by the police. And while they're not stating exactly what happened at the apartment complex, we could probably take a guess. But at 4:43, that's when they announce Sharon Moore has been fired for cause due to a violation of university policy regarding the inappropriate
literally,
relationship.
as it's being announced, he's over dealing with the cops.
Yes.
At the apartment complex.
Yes. 8:30 p.m., Sharon Moore's formerly booked into the Washtenaw County Jail. Police confirm the incident is being investigated as an alleged assault. So here's where we're at. Sharon Moore has, he's now gone from having one problem to two problems. Problem one, the contract and the buyout. So the civil liability here.
Mm-hmm.
Sharon Moore had about between $14 and $16 million remaining on his contract. And the for cause thing means usually it's, hey, man, piss off.
Yeah. And we will fight you if you try to get any of it.
Now, obviously, Moore's lawyers will likely sue for wrongful termination. But the documented NCAA violations, deleting the text, that thing that he did, combined with this new violation and potential criminal charge, pretty much make this a lock for fired for cause. Yeah, you're right. You know what? Maybe we should have. We were really thinking that we were going to give him another chance until he punched that gal or whatever it is. And again, I don't know for sure that that's.
It's already. I'm on the Wikipedia page. I was just checking to see his personal life. He is married. His wife Kelly. They got married in 2015. They have 3 daughters. Next sentence, on December the 10th, 2025, Moore was arrested in Saline, Michigan, and booked into the Washtenaw County Jail for an alleged assault only hours after being fired by the University of Michigan for inappropriate contact or relationship. I'd like to applaud Wikipedia for being on top of it.
Way to go. I hope that's sourced, by the way.
That's probably the same person that sent the email.
Probably. The tip.
The tip, yeah.
The other side of it, after the civil thing, is the criminal liability now, which is this assault charge. He's booked pending review of charges. In Michigan, domestic assault is the most likely initial charge. The first offense is a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine.
Mm-hmm.
No big deal other than you've now got it on your permanent record that you're a domestic assaulter, which is not a great look. Now, if the victim suffered a serious or aggravated injury, that charge escalates to a crime punishable by up to a year in jail.
Is that it?
And a $1,000 fine?
Felon?
Not and or. No, it's still a misdemeanor, but it's a
misdemeanor assault.
Yeah. If convicted, even of a misdemeanor, a violent crime on his record would pretty much make him unemployable.
In a lot of places, certainly on a football team in
college.
That's
what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the NFL too.
But yeah, no, there's a lot of places that no, he can't walk in the door. You're not allowed around kids. You're allowed around women. I can't have you hired.
This could. I mean, he might end up being the coordinator for Art Briles at
that Italian team.
Yeah, wherever the hell he's at. This is about as nightmarish of a scenario that could have played out.
Mm-hmm.
For Sharon Moore.
But it sounds like this is a lot of his own doing, that this was festering, that this has been boiling below the scenes. I'm sure he was made aware that there was an investigation, that there were questions had, and that's when we start getting into the stalking and all that kind of stuff that appears to gonna be coming out as the story unfolds, that this was a breaking point. This didn't just get thrown in his lap. I mean, they didn't just fire him today without him. I promise you, the moment they got an email or something about it, they called him.
Yeah,
you don't just immediately try to get out from underneath a $25 million contract without talking to the dude first.
Oh, certainly.
This was a long time in coming, and then there is the mentality of Michigan that is coming into this, calling into question who are we as Michiganders and the Michigan man thing. I've heard that mentioned more than once. I make it a joke, but there's a lot of Michigan types out there that are embarrassed today.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, and Michigan is now. It almost feels like a cesspool. Like
one thing after another.
In a world where it's harder and harder to cheat in college football because everything's pretty much legal, Michigan still finds a way to do it.
Yes, and the problem is, we went through the Harbaugh years, but it was justified. We're winning, and we're getting better, and we're fixing the problems. We're beating Ohio State. We're doing all those things. Well, once he left, and all the justification and the success was gone, but the cheating continued, and there was, you talked about the deleted text messages. There's been other things. This isn't exactly it, because Charlie Strong didn't have them for cause. But there was always that intercurrent at the University of Texas that Strong wasn't a Texas guy. Sharon was a Michigan man.
Yeah.
So it would take a lot to have this happen. He literally had to they've got him 8 ways to Sunday. You know what I mean? They got him. He did it, and he did it worse than they were initially thought, and they were going to run him out of the building.
Dude, I'm telling you, there's going to be more of this come out, but like the fact that they're talking about forced abortions and now there's an assault.
This is
like,
not
and murder threats. Like this might be a way bigger thing than just a football thing.
I guarantee you it is. Because think of the situation Michigan found themselves. They've already missed. I mean, they got this signing. They got all these kids that they signed. This coach is gone.
That's the other thing. Do you think it's a coincidence that they waited till after signing day to fire Sharon Moore?
Absolutely. It's not. So if I'm a player, I've been played. I've been lied to, misrepresented. This is the kind of thing where you can still have this mass exodus. If I'm on the Michigan team and Sharon Moore brought me in over the last 3, 4, 5 years because he's been part of this program, I'm out.
Yeah, this is it was a really bad, terrible, awful day for Sharon Moore yesterday. And now Michigan finds themselves even, I mean, we talked about how Penn State was behind it.
How much are they going to have to pay to go get a coach?
Well, and remember, like, Sharon Moore wasn't a.
He was happy to get the money. He was, I'm a Michigan guy, $5.5 million. I'm in. I mean, it was.
Yeah. This wasn't a guy with like a legacy or had done something at some other school.
The coach is going to cost them $11 million a year. However, how much is Kalen DeBoer getting at Alabama? 10.5. Yeah. $11 million is where we begin the bidding.
We'll talk about some of the options that Michigan has going forward coming up next. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1.
How you feel this morning? Did you wake up with nothing paining you and keeping you out of life? If you are, you're living a good life. Carry on. But if you're like a lot of us, you woke up this morning with something slowing you down, actually keeping you out of your life. And if you are living that style, stop. Arasti providers are here for one purpose, and that's to get you out of pain as fast as possible. It might be the kind of pain you've lived with for years, or it might be something you did just last weekend, but you got to get back. Arasti can fix you. See, the way that Arasti fixes you is unique. It's not like your typical general practitioner visit where they walk in, they figure out where you might be hurting, they give you a couple of pills to dull the pain, and hoping it goes away by the time the prescription runs out. That is not what Arasti does. You walk in your first time, you're going to get a full evaluation. They're going to find out what exactly is causing the pain. And I'll tell you, me in particular, the pain was caused by something that was not where it was hurting, my lower back issues. So they find the problem and they fix the problem. And more often than not, you're back in the game. And let me tell you, they get you back busy fast, under 4 visits. So what are you waiting on? You never need a referral. And guess what? They take most insurances. So make that call today. It's 1-800-404-6050. 1-800-404-6050, the website of Arasti.com. They got a map there. Listen to me. Don't let pain keep you from doing things that you love. Arasti's here to fix you. And when they do, come on by and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your commute, we just cleared a trouble spot on 281 southbound. The off-ramp to 35 is now reopened. We had an accident in the area. Now clear. Now on Culebra, northbound between Loop 410 on the frontage road over to Petranco, that's closed with an accident. And this road work on 35 on the northeast side of town. 35 northbound, 1604 to Olympia Parkway, 25-minute commute. It's got you slow from Thousand Oaks. 2 right lanes closed. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's Luxe Cravings boxes give you decadent options. $5 gets you fan favorites, $7 gets you the fancy stuff, and $9 sends you on a journey of flavor exploration. Get yours at participating stores for a limited time. Prices and participation may vary. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Joe?
I started a woodworking business. I was able to build beautiful furniture, but had no handle on the business side of things, so quickly fell behind in my taxes. 1 year of being behind in taxes quickly turned into 5 years. I ended up owing almost $37,000.
Then Joe found Tax Relief Advocates.
I would hear ads for tax relief advocates, One day it just clicked. This is my exact situation that I'm in. So I wrote down the number and called from the car when I got home that day. TRA saved me 99% of what I owed the IRS, and that brought a huge sense of relief.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Joe did and called TRA for a consultation.
I'm really happy that I made that call, and I finally felt like I could breathe again.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-484-4743. 800-484-4743. That's 800-484-4743.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Joe?
I started a woodworking business. I was able to build beautiful furniture, but had no handle on the business side of things, so quickly fell behind in my taxes. 1 year of being behind in taxes quickly turned into 5 years. I ended up owing almost $37,000.
Then Joe found tax relief advocates.
I would hear ads for tax relief advocates. One day it just clicked. This is my exact situation that I'm in. So I wrote down the number and called from the car when I got home that day. TRA saved me 99% of what I owed the IRS, and that brought a huge sense of relief.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Joe did and called TRA for a consultation.
I'm really happy that I made that call, and I finally felt like I could breathe again.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-484-4743. 800-484-4743. That's 800-484-4743.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
Blue Star Tequila, the world's first and only 100% night harvested agave. And you might be saying, well, why do I care when it's harvested? It allows the agave to be harvested while it's resting and out of the brutal heat. Benefits to workers who would normally work into the heat of the day. It's just better for the flavoring. And speaking of flavoring, it's 100% additive free. No flavoring, sweetening, or coloring added, and it's unfiltered. Live your life unfiltered and do it with Blue Star Tequila. Find Blue Star Tequila at Alamo City Liquors, Costco, Specs, and Total Wine.
This is Jason Minix from The Blitz, and you're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah, you are going out like that.
Okay, we were talking in the break, AJ. So I'm thinking of in the last decade, the most ignominious, and that's a good word for this, firings. The ones that you go, oh, damn. And, okay, so there was the Urban Meyer getting humped on by the co-ed.
Yeah.
Remember that? Oh, damn. That was only to be outdone by years earlier. The Petrino sitting in the neck brace after the wreck.
Don't forget, Ime Udoka was a big one.
Oh, Ime cheating on his musical wife. That
was a bad one.
Yeah, that was ugly.
I forgot about that.
And they didn't want to fire him. They really didn't want to fire him, but they had to.
Well.
And then Sharon Moore with the assault and all the other stuff, which this could go down as the worst.
If he hit her, then yeah.
Oh boy,
he better. If
There's
he,
videos.
you know, he needs to call Chris Beard's lawyer.
Chris Beard, another one, and that was a false flag. That was a false fire.
Well,
I mean, at the end of the day, yeah. But you talk about swift and sudden ends. This kind of goes to the Chris Beard era. I mean, this was a program that wasn't in terrible shape. Beard was actually bringing the program up.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They didn't want to fire him at all.
No
I had
way.
to. And it turned out after everything was recanted, they probably could have, if they'd have just kind of laid low for a minute, may have been able to save his career there. But it looks like the story continues to come out of Michigan. This is one of those. It's not SMU-esque, but it's one of those things that is going to take, or it could be the Baylor kind of thing where it's going to take some years before the stink gets off this program. Like everybody involved, because we're now 2 coaches into this, 2 administrations.
And I know they are like, I worked with a guy in Austin, a guy named Greg Hinson, who is from Michigan, and we worked at the Longhorn station at the time, and he was like, he made a lot of really good points that the University of Michigan and the University of Texas, there are a lot of similarities between those 2 schools. Not just the school, not just like the football program, the schools.
Yeah,
like
they're meaning in the state.
Yeah,
their places,
and it's kind of maybe underreported because they are such a good football school that Michigan is also a really, really good academic school, like a great academic school. And what they also have in common is they hate being sloshed around in the mud. And Texas, like you saw with Chris Beard, they the first hint of it, they moved on, and it sucked. It hurt them to do it, but they did it. Michigan it seems like they've become, they've been involved in it enough now that you're now just kind of in the muck.
Yeah, you don't
just have you don't have a couple specks on your shirt, like you're in the mud.
Yeah, you're not a symptom. You're the disease.
Yes,
you're not just part of it. You're it. You are the literal the disease that has permeated all of college sports, and you represent all that's bad about it. And the only consistent part of this is the administration. Coaches have come and gone, been fired and let go and altered, and guys have done time and, paid prices well beyond just losing football games in this. And now you've got this. I think this is kind of one of those rock bottom, we got to completely rebuild ourselves kind of moment for a university. And the good news is, in this day and age, you can fast. The bad news is the way you do it is kind of how you got yourself into it.
Now, the one thing Michigan has going for them while they look for a new coach is, while we've had discussion on is Penn State still a top-level job? Is Florida still a top-level job? There is no question that Michigan is a top-level job. This is one of the...
I'd put them right there with the other ones you just mentioned.
I mean, I think they're ahead of Penn State,
oh, yeah,
certainly.
But I'm talking about teams that are on national TV 7 times a year, that are a member of the biggest conferences, that have
money
expectations
that's involved with them, like
have hundreds of millions of dollars of budget. The expectation is at a minimum you do the Mendoza line Aggie 8-4. I mean, that's at the minimum. That's a bad year.
Oh, if you go 8-4, you're
that's
probably
a bad
getting fired.
year.
Yeah,
but that's at the minimum. You get to keep your job another year at 8-4. But
unless if you beat Ohio State, you can keep your job.
No, they're at that level. But now you have to pay to get somebody to come in with a flame retardant suit on so they don't get burned up in the problems that you present when they arrive.
Apparently the top target as of today for the University of Michigan is Kalen DeBoer.
And I get it, but didn't DeBoer already leave a program for the destination he left Washington to go to Alabama? You think he's going to hopscotch again to a program that is on fire because he has some alumni that get mad at him when he loses one game? I just can't imagine. Unless they can money whip his ass with $12 million a year, why would I jump from one lily pad to the other when the other one is on fire?
That is one thing, is that, Michigan can money whip just about anybody.
Yeah, they can, and they're going to have to.
But I don't know. I'm not sure. I do think that there is something to Kalen DeBoer and the way he's been treated at Alabama.
And I would, if I'm a Michigan man, I approach him that way. Like, you'll never be treated. But that's a lie. He knows if I lose to Ohio State, it's like losing to Auburn. You'll throw me out tomorrow.
But the task of replacing a disgraced coach now in Sharon Moore is so much easier than the task of replacing the greatest college football coach that's ever walked the planet Earth.
Yeah.
I mean, what can Kalen DeBoer do to ever live up to what you say it all the time. You don't want to be the guy who.
No, he doesn't. And but the thing is, he's survived the worst time. He's already done the hard work. I mean, he's already survived it, and he's gone to the tournament. I mean, he came through the other side. Why tempt? Now, he might be able to leverage this into some more money. I doubt it, but I can't imagine him jumping. That would be the be-all and end-all for the Michigan search. I think they're going to have to go get somebody that has the kind of experience that has nothing to do with college, but everything to do with running a professional organization that sets standards and has expectations and doesn't have long-term aspirations here. Someone that is here to fix the problem and leave at an appropriate time when they're back. And that might be 4 years. It might be 8 years. I don't see a guy on this list. And I've seen a couple that's floating around that I look at and go, oh, he's the guy. I mean, up and down. I mean, I don't know where they go. You might have an interim coach for another year. I don't know who you sign.
Biff Poggi
for a year and a half. But you look like P.J. Fleck. I'm going to go interview P.J. Fleck. No, he can't even win at Minnesota. You think he's going to come here?
What about Marcus Freeman?
See, now we're getting into the realms of you're going to have to money whip. That's going to cost you a penny, but I think he would listen.
The other thing, I mean, well, he's already apparently talking to the NFL people, but here's the other thing. If you're Michigan, he's been coaching Notre Dame, which is a rival for Michigan. Marcus Freeman played football at Ohio State.
I don't care.
Okay.
Enemy of my enemy is my friend. Right now, come join me. Because this is a fundamental reason.
As an Aggie, you would be okay with a Longhorn head coach?
Shoot, yes.
If Major Applewhite would have ever been the head coach?
I don't care.
Okay.
No, that doesn't matter to me.
Okay.
The idea of fixing the program should be first, and I think part of this means outside blood. Outside that will look at things as they are, not through the maize and blue glasses like, we'll let that continue because that's how we do things. No, how you do things got you here.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. One thing Michigan has going for them is most people believe that Bryce Underwood is a future star.
Yeah. And how much of that was tied to Sharon Moore, though? Now that he's gone, are you going to be able to hold on to this guy?
Oh, that's the thing. Like, I mean, depends on who you are. I'm sure a guy like Marcus Freeman could keep Bryce Underwood around.
I think, and the thing about Freeman, more importantly to me, is I guarantee you he's been in the same living rooms as everybody that got signed by Michigan. He knows every one of these kids because I promise you, Michigan and Notre Dame chase the same kids.
Well, and
literally the same kids.
You also don't have to worry about whether or not Michigan's going to be willing to pay, the top market for players. They will. What about Lincoln Riley?
I don't think he would leave either. I think his offense, the way he wants to play, now he would eliminate a lot of the travel, and he's get to play the same teams. He certainly knows them. If they go with Lincoln Riley, that's a fundamental shift in how Michigan plays the game, not just addresses the problems. They go from a ground and pound in the tall grass kind of a football team to let's air it out and score 35. I'm not against it. It just doesn't feel very Michigan-like.
Yeah. Last one I'll throw out there. What about Brian Kelly?
You would be stupid if you didn't go talk to him. Because he knows everybody up there.
I mean, to me, a lot of it boils down to Underwood was a Brian Kelly commit at LSU, and then Michigan money whipped him and took him.
So that might, as much as I don't like Brian Kelly, a lot of the problems he ran into were social. He was miscast in the wrong part of the world.
I mean, he's a fraud.
Yeah.
He tried to be a chameleon, and it didn't work.
And he'll be max amongst the Midwesterners who like tater tots and cheese. He can talk their language.
Yeah. That's an interesting one to me. Although none of these are really I mean, I guess Lane Kiffin would be kind of sexy.
Well, okay.
Or not Lane Kiffin, Lincoln Riley. But
I saw a name on the list, and it's out there. What about like Daboll or John Gruden?
You can't hire John Gruden.
Why? It's too late?
After 2 major controversies, you can't hire a guy who's already washed out with a controversy.
I'm just bringing him up because when you go, what was the controversy again?
Oh, emails using the N-word?
No, you say that, and you know that. But the rest of the world, I know that it'll come out eventually, but I don't feel like I think he's gotten past that too. His name is going to be mentioned, I think. I saw him on a long list at like 40-1, but that's the kind of outside blood you're going to have to bring in.
I can't imagine they would do that. This has to
Daboll.
I mean, that could work. This has to be a safe hire. This has to be a hire of a guy that you think there's 0.0 chance that he's going to bang a staffer and punch her at the end of it. All right.
Allegedly.
We're halfway there on a Thursday. Morning Huddle 94.1.
The Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com.
All right, guys, I got to tell you about my friends over at Underdog Fantasy. It is so easy to play at Underdog, and it is so much fun. Games are a lot better when you've got some action on the line. That includes the game tonight. I mean, Tampa and Atlanta, that's not exactly a fun matchup. But, you know, one way to make it more fun is to win some money with it. That's right, baby. And you can do that at Underdog. It's a simple game to play, friends. It's just you pick your players, their stats. Are they going to go higher or lower, whether it's rushing yards, passing yards, touchdowns, you name it. And if you get them right, you could win up to 5,000 times your money. I'm going to go higher on Bijan Robinson, 35.5. Looks like the receiving yards for him. I'm going to go with that, and I think I'm going to go with David Sills, the tight end, to have over 21.5 higher on his receiving yards. I think there's some good numbers there for the Falcons tonight. But you make your own choices, friends. Download the app today. Use the promo code Alamo. You'll score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
So, you want to buy a house. You could go online, do your research, find the dream listing, go see it, and get catfished. Back to the drawing board. More scheduling, more viewings, more. This doesn't even look like the photos. You could finally find one that does match the photos. Then comes the offer. Stress rush? Yep, make that 3. And here's the paperwork. Yep, never-ending paperwork. It's a lot. But you don't have to do it alone. Because there's an agent who's a realtor here to guide and help protect you as you find the home that's right for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Connecticut water systems are the best of the best. I personally have one in my home. All those other water softener systems out there are junk in comparison.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. $400 off with trade-in and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Call Connecticut of San Antonio and the Hill Country. 210-656-PURE.
Check them out at ConnecticutSA.com and tell them Dave Ramsey sent you.
License number 38961.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. I think everyone knows that driving while using a cell phone, texting, posting videos is dangerous. Study after study shows that use of a cell phone like this is the same or worse than driving under the influence. Yet, many people insist on using their cell phones while driving. I've had many cases where my client was injured by one of these people because they chose to use their cell phone. Who are these people? You and I have both seen them, probably today. Men, women, old, young, minivan drivers, truck drivers, 18-wheeler drivers. I know this. The same person that chooses to use their cell phone while driving is the same person who will lie about it later just to avoid taking responsibility. If you choose to use a cell phone while driving and hurt someone, you'd better hope they don't call me. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, call me. Jason Thompson, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
It's football season and nothing beats fresh coffee, crisp air, and that locker room energy. Hey, it's Rob reminding you that Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit is just a phone call away. From Selma to San Antonio, it's luxury pet care for your four-legged MVP. With over 17,000 square feet of pet paradise, more than an acre of play outside, plus training and spa treatments, this is stadium fun for your furry family members. Call 210-750-1298. Bluebonnet Bunkin' Biscuit, where every pet's a champion.
Ulta Beauty's big holiday beauty sale is back with up to 50% off must-have gifts. Shop irresistible deals like the Shark Beauty Flex Style and Benefit Cosmetics travel size mascaras. With new offers weekly, same-day pickup or delivery, and our trusted associates, we make holiday shopping effortless. Head into Ulta Beauty today. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here for the Golf Club of Texas. I absolutely love the Golf Club of Texas. They've made so many improvements to the golf course, from brand new cart paths to resodding the greens and fairways. You might think it's a private club, but it's not. It's open to the public 7 days a week. Best rates are always online at golfclubtexas.com. That's golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas, you know where it is, right there off Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning, and heads up, a new trouble spot on the southeast side, 37 northbound before you get to Pecan Valley. Got an accident. Looks like they already moved it off to a left shoulder. On 90 eastbound, 211 to 410, that's about a 15-minute ride. Should take you about 10, 12 minutes on I-10 eastbound, Camp Bullis over to Crossroads Boulevard. 35 northbound to Upper Wine to 337, about 10, 12 minutes. 1604 northbound Calabar to Houseman, a 15-minute ride. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
It's on to the semis of the Emirates Cup. The San Antonio Spurs took care of the Los Angeles Lakers last night, 132 to 119. It was a unified team performance led by Steph Castle's 30. The team combined for 50 rebounds and 25 assists. The Michigan Wolverines have terminated head football coach Sharon Moore with cause. The university conducted an investigation and found credible evidence that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. The day got worse for Sharon, as after the firing, he was arrested for an alleged assault. More news to follow. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics. Book your appointment at fixmylowteam.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hello, America.
That sounded really official.
Yeah, it did.
Good evening, America.
Good evening, America.
We'd like to break in with an important announcement. AJ Hoffman will no longer allowed to be singing on the Morning Huddle.
Nope.
Save your applause till the end.
Womp,
womp, womp, womp, womp.
And there was sadness in Whoville.
The Grinch.
Maybe I'm the only one who
stole
said
your
it, but
Christmas.
Yeah, it is stolen. It's unfortunate.
Now you are free to pursue I think you should ask the suits, the higher ups, the muckety mucks, for a weekly show on the app. AJ's.
Oh, weekend show. You can just
just sit in, come and do like midnight to 4 on Tuesday.
Iris, the mighty Iris, was like, maybe you can voice track with me a little bit. She's like, I'd like to cut it up.
I think that would be a place far more appropriate to that skill set, and you could go and be free and sing.
And you could do it from home too.
You're not gonna like this.
He did say
the way that our suit
he turned his chair away from Rob and Vic
and looked directly at AJ and said, "You're not gonna like this."
Man.
Whoa. That's a hell of an intro. Go on.
Remember when I got here, like the first few months I was here, they were like,
"Oh yeah,
man, they're
golden
like, hey,
boy.
creative freedom. You do whatever makes you happy. We want to just make it. We want to build a fun show. Just go in there and have fun.
Rip things up. What is it? What's the new term? Disjoint.
Yeah.
Disjoint.
Yeah.
It was just. It's all about have fun, man. Let's make a great environment. And then it's like, you're not gonna like this. Things have changed. That what you thought was fun is not fun.
I want to tell you how great.
Cut it out.
Y'all are doing. This is great. And this is great.
But
this is great. Now, you're not gonna like it.
But no way.
That's like your doctor holding the syringe. Like, this is gonna hurt like a bitch.
Yeah. No, it's gonna sting.
This is gonna have a little bit of a sting.
And it did. I mean, he was right. It did have a bit of a sting.
You didn't.
I enjoyed it. I thought it was funny.
You didn't eat the rest of the day, did
I've
you?
never
you
seen
were,
that happen.
You weren't hungry no more.
I've never seen that happen in a meeting, where the suit just turned directly to one dude and looked him in the eye and go, you're not gonna like
You're
this.
not gonna like this. You're the one.
I was sitting close to Vic, like, oh, let's see this. This should be good.
I'm like,
oh, you knew it. As soon as he said it, I knew what was going to
did
come
you?
next.
I didn't know exactly what was going down. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you're not going to like
I had a good feeling that's what was coming.
Notice he didn't say, "Hey Vic, you can't play songs he sings to." Notice he didn't say that. So I'm good.
Yeah,
this is gonna burn like fire.
He's never been the boss has never been the biggest fan of my singing, and I kind of had a feeling when he turned his seat and said, "You're not gonna like this."
You're not gonna like this. Ooh, I'm in. Let's see
of
what
course.
happens next.
Rob had a big smile on his face.
It's like when you watch your brother get whipped for something.
Yes. Robin.
Yeah, hit him again.
Rob and Vic are like fist bumping over there on the other side of the table while I'm getting.
Wasn't us, man.
I suggest you use the fire hose,
man,
officer.
And I kept thinking, oh, I bet Rob and Vic will stand up for me, and they'll say, "Oh, the singing's such a vital part of our show."
I tried to stand up once I stopped laughing.
We didn't say anything.
No,
I think we both busted out laughing.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like this.
It took a year and a half for this to happen.
You're not gonna like this. Go on.
No one stood up for me there. No one stood up for me. It was a very, very, very sad day.
Well, we couldn't convince him otherwise, so I knew it was coming.
You fight your battles you think you can win.
That's it.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Not everyone appreciates.
Well, you could still lip sync. So
there's that.
Yeah, you got that.
Maybe we just build a segment once a week.
Well, like I said, just sing.
Have an open mic like poetry reading.
Yeah.
Because I'm as free as a bird.
It's not a song, it's a poem.
And this bird, you cannot change.
Nope. See, this rolls off the tongue.
That's right. What did you make of Joe Burrow's comments?
That was weird,
at the
right?
news conference. So
that's weird, right? Is he not the happy camper I thought he was?
So Joe Burrow's always been kind of a like.
He's always hurt.
Well, yeah, he is always hurt.
Yeah.
But Joe Burrow's often a guy who's like, I get to play a kids game with my friends for money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so lucky. This is, I'm grateful for these opportunities. And then yesterday he says, if I want to keep doing this, I have to have fun doing this. I've been through a lot. If it's not fun, then what am I doing it for? That's the mindset I'm trying to bring to the table. And then they said, well, what exactly is bothering you?
So, how do we make this fun?
And he said, there's just a lot of things going on right now. A lot of things going on. Now, and they said, is that football or personal things? He said, all of the above. And where this came from is the news conference started with him walking away in the first minute after a long pause without questions. Like, it was very weird. Like, he
awkward.
Yeah. It was just very sullen and sad. And
let me tell you, you want to spice up the offseason just a little bit. Let's have a Joe Burrow demand to get traded kind of offseason.
Oh, can you even imagine?
Holy cow. I got a disgruntled cornerback you could have.
Yeah. Even Stevens.
How about a bad-kneed, overpaid, angry cornerback?
He said, certainly the last 2 weeks has shown me a lot. I'm just happy to be out there. We want to win games and be in the playoffs and do everything that we say we're capable of doing. But when I came back, I knew it was going to be an uphill battle. We were 3-8 at that point, and that's certainly not a playoff caliber position to be in. I think that's pretty obvious.
What do you do? What if you're Cincinnati? There is obviously a warm ember that if the breeze blows hot enough, blows long enough, it's going to turn into a fire. It will. And I don't know if his girlfriend left him, his dog died. I don't know what happened. But the only thing you have in this world, Cincinnati, the only thing you've got good wide receivers. I don't care. The only thing you have in this world is Joe Burrow.
Yeah. What's funny is he was all sad yesterday. Yesterday was his birthday. That's how you know it's like a bad day.
That's a very weird day for a guy who busted his ass to get back. But I think at some point, you do everything you can. You like the people you're working with, but the place sucks. I mean, I think he likes his coach. I think he likes his town. I think he likes Ohio. But, at some point you go, I might be better off elsewhere. Just because it looks good doesn't mean it's good for me.
I think that it would not shock me if Joe Burrow was a guy who walked away at like age 31.
Oh, so you think he could go luck on this and just go, I'm out?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's demand to trade. I think it's just like, my body's been through a lot. I'm just going to hang it up.
Well, if he does that anytime in the next 3 years, he's going to pull a Phillip Rivers and come back.
Oh, I mean, he would be the guy that every time somebody needed one, his phone would ring.
Yeah, I can't imagine that he would. And the whole luck thing, we talked about that pre-show. When I saw that he said that, I didn't see the context. I didn't know how it had gone down. But anytime I see that, I play because it's fun, and I'm not having fun.
Yeah.
That's a very base, carnal, internal thing. That's the most basic reason why you play the game.
No one likes getting their ass kicked.
Right, over and over and over again. And when you hear that, he didn't say I'm mad at the coach, I'm mad at plays, I'm frustrated with process. Nah, I don't even like coming to work.
Yeah.
That's bad, man.
That's not a good sign. In fact, I mean, listen, man, I don't blame. I mean, he's had, first of all, they've had some real success in Joe Burrow's time. I mean, they went to the Super Bowl in his second year. The year after that, they were in the AFC Championship game. The problem is every other year has been a disaster. Mm-hmm. And every other year has been generally Cincinnati Bengals football. Like the history of Cincinnati Bengals football is that. And a lot of it is to do with Joe Burrow's health. A lot of why the Bengals have stunk has been because Joe Burrow's not there. And you build your team around this guy. Not only did you obviously you paid Joe Burrow really well. You paid two wide receivers top of the market to the point where you don't really have a roster outside of this offense. And if the engine of that offense isn't available to throw the football around, what do you have? So a lot of it's of his own doing. But
I think that's you're describing the Cincinnati situation they find themselves. Look, man, we've done all we can for you. Maybe we didn't invest in the defense, but the reason we didn't is we bought you the two best wide receivers money can find.
Right.
And we did everything we could, and it's not working. You wonder when you get to these situations where really you think it might be time for Cincinnati just to erase this grease board and kind of start over. But they can't because they're underwater with the money.
But also,
you think there'd be like some kind of mediation where you can go to some NFL trio committee and go, I think it's best if we parted ways. Can we dissolve this contract and make him a free agent and we get some recompense when he goes like a coach gets stolen from us and we all start over?
But here's the thing. There are certain guys where you say, okay, here's a good example of it. Minnesota last year with Sam Darnold. Minnesota said, okay, we're going to move on from Sam Darnold. And they said, and they had, I mean, they'd had some success. And part of it was, what are the odds we're going to find someone as good or better than Sam Darnold? And I would say
pretty high.
I think they believed that, yeah, we will.
Well, I wasn't even sure he'd be able to repeat what he had done.
I can assure you, Cincinnati is not going to find a better quarterback than Joe Burrow.
But,
you can't just purposefully move on or knowingly move on from someone.
If you know that you can't replace that, but you can do something equal but different. You can decide, look, we're done, and I know I'm not going to get another Joe Burrow, but that $30 million a year I'm spending at quarterback, I'm going to spend $15 a year on 2 guards. I'm going to go another direction knowing full well I'm not going to see a Joe Burrow come down the pipeline, maybe ever. It's Cincinnati. We've never had one before. I don't expect to get another one.
Right.
But I can go build the way the other successful teams have done it. I can go look at Denver and go, well, I can scheme around an average quarterback. I can go look at Chicago and go, I can scheme around a young and probably very average quarterback. I can do some things to win games, especially given that I am limited in Cincinnati with the money I'm ever going to have to spend. So I'm going to have to really be frugal. They right now, if Burrow is upset and he wants out and they have to trade him away, they're never going to get enough back, enough back.
I mean, what's the return value on a top 5 quarterback who's not even 30?
So my only recourse is to make you so freaking mad you retire. I mean, what else is there for me to do? I can't trade you. I certainly ain't going to cut you. So the only thing that's left for me to do is to force you to play, be miserable for the next 3 years.
And your bad defense is only going to get worse because Trey Hendrickson's going to leave at the end of the year. It's like,
when it rains, it pours. I do put this a little bit on that it's a guy having another bad day and a bad year. I do think he is part of the threat of Cincinnati. I do think he is.
He's from Ohio.
Yeah, I don't think he has any aspirations of leaving. I think he woke up on a day where it hurt, and I'm facing a team that I just don't see a good ending this year, and I don't see a good future later. My girlfriend just left me. My dog died, and now it's this. I've been robbed. I got the Venezuelans in my house taking my stuff. I'm having a bad year.
They're not sinning their best. They're sinning their worst.
Got what's the name of that band? That gang? I was MS-13. Got MS-13 stealing my LSU gear.
It sucks, man.
And didn't he buy the Batmobile and it didn't get it?
No, he decided not to buy the Batmobile.
See, I don't have a Batmobile.
He was going to, but then he was like, "No, I'm not going to get it."
My advice to you is go dye your hair blonde and start over. Go dye your hair like you did a couple years ago.
He's done that before, yeah. I guess that is one.
New hair, new you. Go get a blowout.
There's another guy who's having a really bad year, and he's not complaining to the media about it, and it's because he's not talking to the media. I'll tell you who we're talking about on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Ewald Kubota, the name just tells me there's quality in your barn. If you got an orange tractor sitting there, you know what I'm talking about. The Kubota name matters. But you know what matters even more? The Ewald name. Because Ewald stands with Kubota behind and front and around, and they have been for a long time. They know full well they got the best stuff going. If you've got a Kubota tractor in your barn, you know what I'm talking about. That thing just works. And all the things that you can snap on, screw on, and use, all the different implements, my goodness, that's the best thing you can have on your property. If you're a professional and you need the professional gear, you know you can make one call to any Ewald Kubota. You get the parts, you get the machinery, you get everything you need with one call, and you know you're going to be taken care of. They understand you're in business, as they are, and they're going to make sure they are a partner with you, knowing full well one call is all it takes. But if you've been in the market for a minute, you want to go get that great tractor, or you are due, or you owe yourself that zero-turn tractor, now's the time to head over to any one of the Ewald Kubotas. No great offer is ever refused. John Ewald knows that handshake is just the beginning of a long relationship. They want you to be very happy with your Kubota Kubota because they know full well you're going to have it a long time. They just work. Head over to any one of the E-Walk Kubotas around South Texas for great end-of-the-year deals, financing in place. There's deals to be had on just about anything you need. And if they don't got it, you probably don't need it. That's E-Walk Kubota from the Texas coast to the hill country of Texas. E-Walk Kubota absolutely is your Kubota dealer.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Minnesota Vikings at home in Arlington. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Listen to this message I received.
First message.
This is Santa Claus. Hey, I'm calling to give you a heads up. Last Christmas, so many people asked me for a Connecticut water softener, but getting all those Connecticut units in and out of the sleigh, up and down the chimneys, well, it's not so good on my back. So I'm going to forward all those Connecticut wish lists directly to you. Here's Mrs. Claus.
Thanks again for installing our Connecticut. I just love how soft my man's beard is, and my skin feels silky smooth, even here at the North Pole.
So if it's okay with you, I'll handle the toys, you handle the water softeners.
For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station at your kitchen sink. 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit, and $400 off when you trade in your old water softener.
By the way, the elves just love your jingle.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
I'm not a fan of the gluten-free cookies. Bye-bye.
The last water softener you'll ever own. Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
License number 38961.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass. Raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated. Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyer4us.com.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
All right, I think we found a workaround. You don't like this idea? I think we have a workaround.
Yeah, we do.
I think we could go bring an instrument in, and you could really explore the space with your cowbell.
We'll bring a cowbell now.
See, what you need, AJ, in your life is exactly that. More cowbell. Maybe you're more of a tambourine guy.
No.
Well, we just need to get you away from the mic.
Yeah, I guess so. Egg shaker.
You could do the egg shaker or that little fish thing that you go. You could do that.
You could do that.
Or maybe that little like the wind chime. They you could play a role in the band. You're just not allowed to make any verbal noises. You could dance. You could be a.
He did say you didn't say about anything about dancing.
You could be a backup dancer. You could be a pip. You could be a pip.
I'm a front man, Rob. I ain't playing no cowbell.
You're not gonna like this. Maybe singing should be more of a hobby for you.
Yeah.
More of a singular event in your vehicle, in your
keeps
bathroom.
knocking down my abilities. Like
I really want you to succeed. You'd think he'd be in your corner.
Have you ever heard this? Okay, Vic. Okay. You've been doing radio a long time. Rob, you have too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we've all at some point been asked to do more than our regular everyday gig. Like sometimes it's like, hey man, we need somebody to do this today. Can you do this?
Oh, it's every day. Yeah. There's always
I
something.
know you get it all the
Especially
time
for you,
Vic.
but like when we get pulled over to like a news station or you got to go do a.
Oh yeah, like walking. Okay.
Imagine a world where I volunteered my services to do some rock and roll radio over there on that new station, and they were like, "Nah." Like
I'll do it. No, I'll do it for free. You don't understand. I'm already in the building. I'll just no.
What was the facial expression of the nah? You like that? Yeah. Or just a no?
No, it was like Seinfeld. Like you asked Seinfeld a question, and he made the face.
Yeah, when they touch your forehead, like, oh well. And the higher you touch on your face, the worse it is.
Oh
if your hands on top of your head, it's like, no.
Well, not even the overnights.
You're not gonna like this.
Well, how about that? All right. Moving on from
it's not what happens to you, it's how you react to it.
Yeah.
Moving on from my personal problems. My personal and professional problems, clearly.
They have come intertwined.
They have now. There's something going on in Kansas City. And the Kansas City media is starting to
they see the end is nigh.
There's like, hey, there's something that's consistently going on here. When the Chiefs lose football games now,
what's going on in Kansas City when they lose?
We notice that Travis Kelce won't talk to the media on those days.
You think he's a front runner? You think he only celebrates the good stuff and doesn't acknowledge the bad?
Yeah, and he avoids post-loss media, but then when his podcast comes up that week, he'll be like, oh, yeah, we just, I'll that's when he'll talk about.
So where he's getting paid.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
I don't think that's right.
I'm saying.
I don't think the NFL will appreciate that
I don't think they do either. But I will say this. No, I mean, I don't want anybody. I never want anybody to be a good loser. I don't believe in that term.
There's no such thing.
I don't want you to accept it gracefully. And
you accept it, you acknowledge it, but you don't like it.
But also, I also understand that when it is time to face the music after you do lose, sometimes you got to do it.
It's hard to, especially when you've been so good
for guys
so
who
long.
They don't know how to lose.
Right. It's to acknowledge failure is something that's impossible for these guys to do, and I like it. I do get it, and especially when you know I'm not going to be better tomorrow. It's over. It's done, and to acknowledge that it's tough.
When Ronda Rousey lost, she had built up so much of, like, in her own mind, like her identity was, I am this unbeatable force. When she lost, she handled it so poorly that within a year she was out of the sport. Like it just unraveled completely to the point where she could not talk to people about losing. Like she could not like open up about what it was like. She just couldn't accept it. The problem is Travis I hear this. My wife listens to this show every week. New Heights. It's called the Travis Kelce podcast, and Jason Kelce. But by the way, Jason Kelce's so much more likable than Travis Kelce. So much more likable. Relatable. Like Jason Kelce feels like a dude.
Well, Travis Kelce was kind of that dude before he got.
I don't know that he's ever been that.
Well,
dude.
I will say the very first time I met Travis Kelce or saw him in person, he was head to toe, and if you know the brand Supreme,
yeah,
which he was in Supreme coat, pants, shoes, and I was like, dude, all right, I know who you are now.
Yeah,
like, okay,
but he's changed up that a little bit.
Well, yeah, he's been dressed by a girlfriend, but that tells me that he's a slave to the moment.
But he's more than happy to go on that podcast and talk about all the emotions that it stirs up that losing causes him. But
so how do you feel about not getting it in the locker room and getting it post game? I mean, at the end of the day, we're still getting it. But as a guy who, our job is to be at the games and to get your reaction at that moment, not for you to distill it and percolate and package it and then make it feel good for you 3 days later.
Also, the media on Sunday night, like the Sunday night news, the 9 o'clock news, those guys are looking for stuff they've got to play.
Yeah,
you know?
I need you to stand up. We need you.
They can't wait until Tuesday and then on Wednesday morning air a clip from Travis's podcast. Like,
it's a very strange place that us in the media do find ourselves. And I get his point. Look, I'm getting paid hundreds of millions of dollars for this podcast. I got to supply content.
Which, I mean, I think they'll be okay.
No, you're right. I'm not saying what he's doing is correct, but I also think there's a lot of things in play here. That he came into this season knowing this is it, no matter what happens, and it's not gone well. This has been a hard year. He's been the reason for a loss or two, and to never suffer anything bad. This is going to be a hard end.
To lose the game the way they lost that game last week. And for Travis Kelce not to answer questions about it after is unacceptable.
It is unacceptable, but
especially
perfectly understandable.
If Travis Kelce was Noah Gray, the backup tight end, and he didn't want to talk to the media that day, I mean, I'm not thrilled if I'm the media, but I get it. Because any other day, the media is not looking to talk. After a win, the media is not looking to talk to Noah Gray. But Travis Kelce has been and is a superstar in this league. Travis Kelce, quite frankly, is probably, not even probably, Travis Kelce is the most popular player in the NFL that is not a quarterback. And quite frankly, it's not close now. And you can say for whatever reason.
Oh, it's without
doubt. That's the reality of it. Is the most popular non-quarterback in the league is Travis Kelce.
There's only 2 NFL dudes that you can show a picture, not even in pads. Just show a picture, and it's Mahomes and Kelce. You don't even have to know what they do.
Yeah.
You know who they are. Yeah.
And the idea that he's not answering questions after a loss, that can't be.
No, it can't.
Joe Burrow threw 2 picks and lost the game straight up for the Bengals the other night. And of course, because it's Joe Burrow, he's got to face the music. That's
what you're saying is absolutely right. And I have to frame everything by where I have worked. 98% of my professional career has been in San Antonio and covering the Spurs. I am so accustomed to the best and most important player sitting in the back of the locker room waiting for everybody to leave and nobody even batting an eye.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very accustomed to our best player, the best player in the world, not saying a damn thing. So when I hear Kelce didn't talk to the media, I'm like, I covered Tim Duncan for 20 years. He was the last dude out of the locker room, and you were lucky to get anything from him, good, bad, or indifferent. And Tony Parker was just about as bad. So I come to it from the frame like, man, I'm just lucky to get anything I can get. At least he's going to come out and say something in a podcast. I went 20 years with Tim not saying anything once a month.
Yeah.
So I come to it from a frame of, I get that he is being protected because I've had to cover this, but at least you guys are getting something. We never even got that.
But you know what? You didn't get that when they were winning either.
That's what I'm saying. And at least and it's really the worst kind of thing you can say about somebody is Kelce does come across as a front runner. I'll talk to you things when they're great, but I'm not going to dare talk to you when things are rough.
Yeah,
I'm not, because it's not my fault.
But if you do take all the if you take all the flowers and the bows, you have to take the heat too.
And he's going to take the heat.
And I'm not mad. Like, you're right. The Spurs notoriously did not.
It's been terrible.
But they didn't get up there and take their flowers either.
No, you're right. You didn't get them regardless.
And for whatever reason, I'm okay with that. Like, if you're going to be one of those organizations that hides your players, it's not my favorite way of going about it. But don't put them up there only for the good and then protect them from the bad. That's what you can do in college.
Right.
You can't do that in professional sports. Like, if you're the man, you get to go up and get your flowers. If you blow it, you got to go up there and eat the crap sandwich.
And if you don't, you deserve every bit you're going to get.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't like this, man. I mean, I'm an admitted Chiefs hater. I'm an admitted Travis Kelce hater. But I think even if I wasn't, I would think this is lame.
We will see how it pans out. I don't think it's going to get any better. He's got a brand to protect. This is a brand that he's going to carry well after football, that he is just beginning to grow. And I don't think anything negative to be associated with the brand Kelce as opposed to the player Kelce. We've gotten to the point where you can't separate him. I think, he's got higher aspirations, knowing full well that he's going to take the pads off when this season is done, and that's it. I don't think it's going to get much better.
No.
He'll write a book. He'll tease. You'll get all that info, but you're going to get paid for it.
Travis Kelce can't write a book.
Well, there's a lot of ghostwriters.
This dude can't read. He ain't writing a book.
It's AI, man. All you have to do is talk.
Travis Kelce write a book. See Travis run. Catch ball.
It's going to sound like a song. He's going to have his girlfriend help him.
All in
one long lyric.
Huge print.
I balled the catch in my hand.
Maybe a lot of pictures.
My fingers squeezed the ball.
Maybe an audio book. But, I mean, I don't think that's going to improve because the Kelce brand is now bigger than the Kelce name.
No, I
you know what I mean?
Generally agree. All right, let's take a look ahead to Thursday Night Football on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Speaking of Thursday Night Football, Underdog is here. And Thursday Night Football, great night to get in on the action because, quite frankly, the game tonight stinks. Bucks, Falcons, gross. What's going to make you interested in it? Little skin in the game, and that's what you can get at Underdog. It's a simple game, friends. You pick the stats, you pick the players. Are they going to go higher or lower on those stats? You get it right, you can win up to 5,000 times your money. I'm going to be looking tonight at Bijan Robinson. It's hard to run on the Bucks, I know, but running back's getting a lot of receiving yards against these Bucks. I'm going to go Bijan higher on his receiving yards tonight. Receiving yards for Bijan is where I'm looking tonight. Guys, and it's not just football. There's basketball, UFC on the weekends. Every game, there's something you can get the action on at Underdog. Download the app today. Use the promo code Alamo. You'll score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Alamo. Underdog. Make picks. Win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Got a couple of new trouble spots. 35 northbound Schertz Parkway. Just now getting reports of an accident. 2 left lanes are blocked. Just occurred. So a little bit of stop and go for now from Olympia Parkway. But you know that backup will grow. And we're still working the wreck at 37 northbound just before Pecan Valley. Now off to the left shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's Luxe Cravings boxes give you decadent options. $5 gets you fan favorites, $7 gets you the fancy stuff, and $9 sends you on a journey of flavor exploration. Get yours at participating stores for a limited time. Prices and participation may vary. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
O'Reilly Auto Parts can help take the guesswork out of your vehicle's check engine, ABS, or maintenance light with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Maybe you haven't heard about us. We're not one of the big guys. Truth is, we don't want to be. If you're over 50, Big Wireless has you paying for more data than you might need. Why? They might want you to cover the costs of younger people who do use all that data. If you're not using the data, you're probably being used. We've heard time and time again that some big wireless customers get stuck paying hundreds and even thousands more for years and years because they think it's hard to switch. Not with us. It takes just about 20 minutes and you can change your plan anytime without extra charges. We use the same towers as the big guys, so you'll get the same fast nationwide coverage without the big wireless bill.
Our plans start at just $20 a month, and for a limited time, switch and get your second month free. Call 1-888-FREEDOM, visit consumercellular.com or a store near you and get your second month free today. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional details.
Okay, so your trophy's in the cabinet. Business is great. The growing pains are all in the past and you're feeling optimistic. Now you're in big trouble. Because truth is, no matter how well you slayed your last quarter, the next one could slay you right back. And without a cohesive strategy and a scalable idea you can rely on, nothing is certain except uncertainty. Which is why for your next rodeo, you need the Next Rodeo. The Next Rodeo is a true creative partner that brings next-level creative thinking and production quality to companies who didn't believe they could afford it. So you can keep your company growing without outgrowing the dream that started it. The Next Rodeo. The difference between the business you have and the business you want is one great scalable idea. Get the full story at thenextrodeo.com.
America's Diamond has never sold lab-grown diamonds, and we warned our clients, friends, and neighbors that wholesale prices would crash to almost nothing. 2-carat GVS2 lab-grown diamonds are currently being traded at wholesale for $264, but some jewelers are still selling them online for $3,000 to $4,000. Repeat, wholesale $264, retail $3,000 to $4,000. Some retailers are selling 1-carat lab-grown diamonds for under $300, and others are giving them away for free with purchase. Lab-grown diamonds are very easy to detect with gemological equipment. Tens of millions of carats are produced in huge factories in China and India, using a tremendous amount of subsidized electricity supplied by coal-burning power plants. America's Diamond has only offered traditional, real, natural earth-grown diamonds that are rare, extremely beautiful, and have had real value for centuries. See our television program tonight on ABC KSAT 12 at 12:35 a.m. or right now at americasdiamond.com.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, we are live from Baltimore, Maryland. Site of the Army-Navy game presented by our friends at USAA.
Influencer Annie Agar is going to join us at 4 o'clock. You might want to be around YouTube for that one.
No doubt. Then we got Stephen Jones. He's going to join us at 4:30.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Almost.
Yeah.
When you do Anthony Kiedis, you have to do it like this.
Right.
I'm gonna strip. I'm gonna strip down to my chonas and be Flea. See,
Like
Flea?
you're kind of swimming.
Oh yeah,
in the air.
Pulga.
I saw where Flea's gonna have a alt jazz album coming out.
Oh, I can't wait to not listen to that.
That should be really good.
Ah.
You survived that one. All right.
I did.
That was close.
That was tough.
Coming back every time. I'm waiting.
Oh.
We're gonna have to have like a swear jar.
I know. Listen, man.
Swear jar.
I hope I've got. I hope I've got
We'll buy
like
tacos at the end of the week.
We got a grace period on this.
I think we've hit it, Vic.
Cold turkey is going to be very difficult.
$5 a slip. All we need is just like 4 or 5. We got tacos every Friday.
Oh man, see, I'll never buy another taco
I'm
again.
we'll put together a playlist that'll get us some free food.
It's going to be problematic. I will say that. Stopping cold turkey is it ain't easy.
It's not easy, man.
Those oral habits are the toughest to break.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. All right. The Thursday night football game, it's not the best game, but it is the only game.
At least there's a game.
They do have that going for them.
At least there's a game.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, we haven't had any football the last 2 nights. It sucks.
It's been odd, and this is the Thursday night, and this is more of the traditional Thursday night football game, the one that nobody wanted on Sunday.
And also, it's a game that matters. Like there's impact for the playoffs. Yeah. The Bucks are, 3 weeks ago it felt like they were a lock. The Bucks are on. They're in free fall right now.
This is either cures what ails them or puts them under for good.
And if the Falcons can't cure what ails you, quite frankly, you shouldn't be a playoff team.
I'm worried about my Bucks. I'm worried about Baker. He looks old. He doesn't seem to have the same pep in his step, and it's not because of injuries. That most of their guys are back. It's just not. It's not clicking.
Yeah, Mike Evans supposedly back tonight. At least that's what the reports are now. The Falcons are done for the season. I mean, last night they are now mathematically eliminated after that loss to the Seahawks in a game that was tied 6-6 at halftime, and then halftime happened, and the opening kickoff of the second half went for a touchdown. The ensuing possession was an immediate fumble that led into a touchdown. I mean, it was
a mess.
It was Falcons football. Here's a weird number. The Falcons are 4-9, but they have only trailed for 35% of the time of game time, which is the 14th lowest rate in the league. The other 3 teams that have trailed exactly 35% of the time are the Bears, Chargers, and Dolphins, which the Bears and Chargers are 9-4. The Dolphins are 6-7.
But I'll say this about the Dolphins, and I'll give some. You're telling me that's all about heart. That's all about, we're going to do everything we can to win a game. Obviously, you're getting prepped by your coaches. The game plans are working. I mean, your guys are playing. You're just not winning football games. And some of that's savvy and understanding. Other of it is how much are you doing just to go win a football game?
Yeah. A lot of it is also luck. Like, I mean, in these, sometimes you just,
I think,
and the Falcons have some bad luck.
Losers lose. That's what they do.
And the Falcons seem like the epitome of that. Like, if they can find a way to lose a game, they will. The idea for the Falcons is always to run the ball. They've got arguably the best running back in the world on their team. When he's going, I think he might be the best running back in the world.
Certainly the most multi-skilled.
Yeah, I mean, he's a weapon. And quite frankly, Tyler Algier, if he's your number 2, you're in pretty good shape. But the Bucks, it's very difficult to run against the Bucks. I think this is going to have to be a balanced game, which means leaning on Kirk Cousins a little bit. I will say this, though. It's surprisingly, Kirk Cousins is good against the blitz, despite the fact that he is, if he's not the least mobile quarterback in the league, he's on the Mount Rushmore.
But yeah, he's made it because he's smart and the ball comes out fast. So yeah, I'll give him that.
And the Bucks blitz constantly. Yeah. I mean, that's Todd Bowles 101. They are going to blitz. I do think though, and also there's some injuries on the Bucks defense now. Servosier Dennis is going to be out with a hip injury. He is big for their run stop. Vita Vea is really the engine of the. I mean, and he is. It's almost impossible to run up the middle between inside runs against the Bucks. You're wasting your life. You really are. The Bucks though, 1-4 in their last 5 games. A lot of it you can say is injury, but a lot of it has just been. I hate to say this because I was happy to see what Baker Mayfield's done.
No, there's nothing.
Baker Mayfield's kind of turned back into Cleveland Baker Mayfield.
Whatever the magic Sauce was, it's kind of disappeared for the last couple of weeks because he was able to overcome some injuries early on. He was playing at that MVP level where it didn't matter who was on the field. He was making sure it was going to get done, and it hasn't gotten done. And when that didn't get done, suddenly the defense doesn't look good, and suddenly you can't run the ball the way you used to, and suddenly you're giving up short fields, and all the things that Baker was good at, protecting your team and your defense and all that, is gone. And it turns into Cleveland, and it looks like Cleveland. I think he's just beat up. I think he's run out of gas. And this is the kind of game, if Atlanta doesn't cure what ails you, it's over. You're done. This is a division game. This is a conference game. You've dropped a bunch, and you're about to lose. If you lose, you've lost to just about the worst team in the conference.
What's the let me see what the current line is on this game. The Falcons are currently 4.5-point underdogs here.
That's probably about right.
I don't know that I want to lay any, like laying more than a field goal with the Bucs right now sounds terrible.
I feel like this is the kind of game that Baker kind of thrives on. That the lights are going to be on, and he's a big time light guy. I think he's going to bring enough to win this game, but I don't think he's going to do enough for the Tampa Bay fan and player alike to go, this is fixed, because it ain't. You know, this is an easy team to beat. You just got to go take care of your own self, and if you do that, you should be able to beat Atlanta. Just don't turn the ball over. Just don't do anything dumb. They're going to beat themselves, you expect.
I bet the under on this game, under 44.5. I think in a major factor, I made this bet very early in the week, and the reason why I made it, well, first of all, I mean, these two offenses are garbage.
Yeah. That's low, 44.
It is low. But do you remember the Bucs game last week against the Saints? Do you remember the situation of it?
Well, I know the Saints moved the ball.
Do you remember the conditions in that game, the weather conditions?
It was driving rain there in Tampa.
The field was absolutely shredded.
It was.
By the end of that game. And now they're playing on that same field 3 nights later.
Well,
that field is going to be in bad shape.
Well, who suffers more? The team that's used to turf in a dome or the team that's used to playing in the slop?
Well, probably the team that's used to playing in the slop, but I think it means
no offense.
It's going to be a rough night for offenses.
I do agree that it's going to slow stuff down. And rain is always the great equalizer. It always allows the offense to kind of know where they're going and go places, and that should help Atlanta a little bit because they know the routes they're running. But
while you say, and the philosophy makes sense, like who's more affected by the rain, the team that plays indoors. Well, remember last week in the rain, the Bucs
Saints
got their ass kicked by a dome team.
Yeah, so that's out the window, and that's another indictment on what's going on. What the hell's going on in Tampa?
I'll also say, I don't know. I assume he's coming back tonight. They really need him.
Running back.
No, Tristan Wirfs is as far as, obviously Mike Evans is the big name that everybody's been saying they're missing, but Tristan Wirfs is so vital to this team that if they don't have him, like they suck.
Because it puts Baker in tough situations, and when he becomes that gunslinger, and that's the bad Baker, the guy that's trying to make a play to thread the needle. That's when Baker becomes Cleveland Baker, making the mistakes that lose football games instead of the plays to win them.
Yeah, I think this is I think this is going to be a grimy game. I think it's a 1st to 20 probably wins this thing.
Well, if I'm Todd Bowles, I tell him, look, if you lose tonight, it's all off. I mean, we'll pretend that there's a flavor to that chase. We'll pretend that there's a possibility if all things go right. But if you lose to Atlanta on a Thursday night on December the 11th, it's over. Your year is done. You better act appropriately.
Yeah. This is probably, if they all play, it is, not probably, it would be the first time all season the Bucs have had their top 4 wide receivers in the same game. Emeka Egbuka, Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and Jalen McMillan.
That matters.
All expected to play tonight, which that would put some pressure on the Atlanta defense. And
I like Tampa. I think they're going to cover. I don't think it's going to be a particularly pretty game, but I just can't imagine a Bowles-led defense letting Atlanta dominate the game. Letting that offense allow Bijan to run, do the things they're good at. Now, Kirk might surprise him and throw over the top and do some stuff over a stacked box, which I would have, but I'm not going to let Bijan beat me. I'm just not. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. The Falcons-Bucks, their first game was the first game of the season. It was a 23-20 Tampa win. It's kind of hard to take anything away from that, though, because that was Michael Penix playing quarterback. That was a healthy Drake London. That was but I will say one thing that I think is you can take away from that is the leading rusher for the Bucs in that game was Baker Mayfield.
I was going to say, that was when Baker began that little MVP run for about 6 weeks. He was looking spectacular.
The Bucs had very little success running the ball against Atlanta in that game. And the leading receiver for the Falcons was Bijan Robinson. I think that might be the case again tonight. I think Bijan Robinson is going to have a big day out of the backfield. But yeah, and the game in that game, even though the Falcons lost 23-20, they outgained the Bucs by over 100 yards. They possessed the ball 35 minutes to 25 minutes.
I hate Atlanta. When you hear stats like that and you see 4-9,
and you say, how are you losing all these games?
I hate Atlanta.
It's magic that they're losing them. I'll be probably on Falcons plus 4.5 tonight.
You're a brave man.
It sucks, but that's what it'll be.
They'll be throwback uniforms.
All right, man. 1 hour to go. We'll do Status Right coming up next. Morning Huddle 94.1.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
6 for 6, and the Aggies have the lead.
Your home for Aggies football. KTFM Floresville. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to sasportstar.com now and register to win. sasportstar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J. Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J. Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J. Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J. Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
And it's the second instance of a plane catching fire this week.
J.D. Ryan was a stewardess for Southwest for 5 minutes.
Flight attendant.
And he's an expert on everything aviation.
Now it's time for Plane Talk with Captain J.D. Ryan.
Thank you, Bob. Welcome aboard.
Listen to the John Clay Wolf Show Saturday morning at 8 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This Christmas season, visit your local Boot Barn store for top quality gifts that pay tribute to the lasting heritage of the West. From handcrafted cowboy boots and American-made felt hats to premium leather jackets, our in-store partners will help guide you as you shop, assisting with boot fitting and providing complimentary hat shaping. This Christmas, share a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
When it comes to results, the numbers speak for themselves. Thomas J. Henry secured over $1 billion for clients in the past 4 years and successfully represented thousands of injured Texans. Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio, Texas.
Jason Minix here from The Blitz with a great way for you to make December basketball a lot more exciting, and that's playing along on Underdog. The best place to get in on all the action, make your picks, and win money right now in Texas. It's fun, it's easy. All you have to do is pick whether your favorite players are going to go higher or lower on stats like points, rebounds, steals, and more. Think about De'Aaron Fox and his point totals. Get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. So download the Underdog app today. Use promo code STAR to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code STAR at Underdog. Make picks, win money. Must be 18 plus and present in Texas. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. If you're tired of pain slowing you down from a recent injury or something that's been nagging you for years, we can help. At Arasti, we've earned the trust of over 8,000 physicians by delivering fast, lasting pain relief without painkillers or surgery. Our hands-on approach targets the root cause of pain, and most patients see results in just one visit. No referral needed, and it's covered by most insurance plans. So don't wait. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. Got a couple of new trouble spots. 35 northbound Schertz Parkway. Just now getting reports of an accident. 2 left lanes are blocked. Just occurred. So a little bit of stop and go for now from Olympia Parkway. But you know that backup will grow. And we're still working the wreck at 37 northbound just before Pecan Valley. Now off to the left shoulder. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
It's on to the semis of the Emirates Cup. The San Antonio Spurs took care of the Los Angeles Lakers last night, 132-119. It was a unified team performance led by Steph Castle's 30. The team combined for 50 rebounds and 25 assists. The Michigan Wolverines have terminated head football coach Sharon Moore with cause. The university conducted an investigation and found credible evidence that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. The day got worse for Sharon as after the firing, he was arrested for an alleged assault. More news to follow. I'm Rob Thompson for 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
9:02 on the Morning Huddle. Good morning, everybody. Happy Small Friday.
We're there. We're there. With a song on our heart,
but not in our
not on
mouths.
our lips.
That's right.
We just hum around here.
We got it. You know what? Before we get in, I've got some NBA trade discussion that I want to get into. But first, let's play The Stat Is Right.
It's the next to last time we're going to do this.
This is it, man.
So gird your loins and prepare appropriately. We got one more edition after this. The host with the most, he can't sing, but he can talk. His name is AJ Hoffman.
Thank you, Robert. Thank you. It is The Stat Is Right, where we are trying to send you to go see a Dallas Cowboys game up at AT&T Stadium. This week's tickets we are giving away are for the Chargers game coming up a week from Sunday. And the game is simple. The rules of the game are simple. I am going to ask for a caller number. That caller number will give their best guess as to the stat that we give. And whoever's the closest at the end of the week is going to win tickets to the next Cowboys game. So this week, the Cowboys play the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, yes, the Purple People Eaters.
been a minute since they've been them.
Yeah, probably so. Here's the question. How many points will Minnesota put up in this game? It's as simple as that. It is a very keeping it easy this week. How many points will the Vikings score this week? And caller number 9. What? 9, yeah. Niner.
Number 9.
Niner, 210-656-ESPN. You get to make your guess. And if you are the closest on Monday, then we'll let you know, and we'll send you up to that game
Go see the Chargers
in Arlington. That's right. All right. As the trade deadline approaches, one of the names that's now being moved, I say approaches, like basically now we're reaching the trade season. This is the time of year where trades start happening in the NBA.
Hot stove.
And apparently, according to Shams Charania's sources, there are several teams interested in the services of Anthony Davis.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently the Mavericks are still not ruling out signing Davis to an extension. He's going to be 33 years old. He does have an injury history, but when healthy, he's still an all-NBA caliber player when he's healthy.
Yeah, I would not argue to the difference.
It's just a matter of can he be healthy is the real question.
But is that even the question now that Nico's gone? I mean, are the Mavericks in a situation where they just want to expunge themselves from this deal?
Yeah, I think so. I think they want to wipe the slate clean.
Whether he's good and whether he's still got years left does not play into this. That we just every time I look at you, I see what could have been Luka.
Well, and I also think we saw that Cooper Flagg, while the future's bright, his timeline and Anthony Davis's timeline do not match at all. Cooper Flagg is not ready to lead a team to the playoffs this year, like much less to any real substantial anything.
And I think Anthony Davis is a good teammate. I do
too.
But I will say that he would probably get in the way of development. You know, like I need Cooper Flagg to learn to do some things that currently you're doing that I want to have to take away from you that I don't think I should have to do with Anthony. And he could probably go find a place and win and be in a situation where there might actually be another ring in his future.
Anthony Davis is on pace to play about 52 games this year, which is actually his average over the last 5 years.
Sounds about right.
He is about a 20-point, 10-rebound a game guy, and he is owed $120 million over the next 2 years.
That kind of limits the suitors.
It does. So here are some of the trade proposals that Shams Charania threw out. One is pretty direct. It's with the Pistons.
Now go on.
Pistons get Anthony Davis. Mavericks get Tobias Harris, Jaden Ivey, and Ron Holland.
Oh, no, that's not enough.
Not enough.
Ron Holland might be a player, and
that's not enough for the Mavericks to get back?
No.
Okay.
No. Just because there's several dudes doesn't mean it adds up. I mean, Tobias is a seasoned pro. You know what you're getting in him.
Yeah.
Jaden Ivey can't stay on the court, but maybe. This is not enough.
But Ivey and Holland, who are both like 20, 22 years old.
Holland he's an unscratched lottery ticket. I have no idea.
Their timeline fits much better with Cooper Flagg than Anthony Davis.
I would say so. And that might match, but that just, if it's apples to apples, this ain't apples to apples.
And Jaden Ivey and Ron Holland were both, so they wouldn't be getting any draft picks, those guys were both recent top 5 draft picks.
Yeah, like I said, Holland's an unscratched lottery ticket. I don't know about Ivey's ability to stay on the court. So yeah. I like the idea with Detroit, but I just don't like that combination of players.
Yeah. Here's one that involves several teams. The Hawks would get Anthony Davis in this.
All right.
They would also walk away from this deal with Jonathan Kuminga, Buddy Hield,
right,
and Devin Carter.
So Trae Young on this.
The Sacramento Kings would get Trae Young and Luke Kennard. The Warriors would get Kristaps Porzingis. The Pistons would get Doug McDermott, and the Mavericks would get Zach LaVine, a 2026 first-round pick, and a 2027 first-round pick.
No, there's a lot of moving parts there, but I will, on its premise, looking at it, I think everybody benefits by that deal. I think everybody turns out going, I'm not upset with what I got back. I don't think that. I mean, I would be amazed to see Atlanta land all that with Kuminga involved. That's all a big haul. But if it makes the math work, that I like the idea of Davis landing there.
And it says the challenge of the Hawks trading for Davis is that Young almost needs to be included for the payroll to work. But bringing Young to Dallas doesn't work unless Kyrie Irving's also in the trade.
Yeah, also, and Davis knows I ain't winning in Atlanta. He can nix that immediately. Like, I ain't doing this.
Here is a 3-team trade where the Raptors get Anthony Davis and Tony Bradley. The Pacers get Daniel Gafford. And the Mavericks get R.J. Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Jarris Walker, Ochai Agbaji, a 2026 and a 27 first-round pick.
This trade is about the draft. Agbaji might have a future there, but there's no there. Those are bunch
R.J. Barrett's no longer interesting.
Yeah, we know who he is. I can find another R.J. Barrett for less money.
Yeah. I mean, the picks would be nice for the Mavericks.
That's the only reason you make that deal, because they got no picks. So
yeah.
I think at the end of the day, all that is about the 2 picks, and maybe Agbaji can hang on.
Okay, here's one where the Golden State Warriors get Anthony Davis.
So this is one of those scary ones.
They get Anthony Davis and Mason Plumlee. The Mavericks get 2026 first-rounder from the Warriors.
Okay.
Jonathan Kuminga and Draymond Green.
To go play with Clay?
Okay. Yes. The Lakers get Buddy Hield, and the Hornets get Maxi Kleber and Dalton Knecht.
Free Dalton. That's another one of those things that I could see playing out. I could see that, actually.
How does this benefit the Lakers is my question.
Getting out from underneath something?
You get Buddy Hield. That's like
they need shooting. We saw what the Lakers' problems are. It's not, and getting another old guard ain't the fix. We know that they can't. They're not very fast. No, that doesn't benefit the Lakers. It frees Connect, and it gets some guys out from underneath them. But no,
it says the trade to acquire Green and Kuminga would allow Dallas to remain competitive now while giving them financial flexibility in the near future.
That's true.
But
I don't see anything in it for the Lakers, though.
Is there? I mean, do you think that chasing a play-in spot is worth it? Is what it says. But Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, and Jimmy Butler, that being your core, could easily.
That'd be fun.
Make you serious.
I wouldn't argue with it as part of the league. I just don't. What's in it for the Lakers to be part of this? I don't see any benefit.
I guess maybe some financial relief.
You'd have to give me something, but it doesn't improve their lot by any stretch.
Here's the final one, and it involves the San Antonio Spurs.
All right.
Spurs get Anthony Davis. So before I give out what they're giving up in this.
If I'm going to be Davis, I'm asking for Harper or Castle. I mean,
first of all, this is like Anthony Davis is a really good fit next to Victor Wembanyama and Fox and all these guys, because Anthony Davis does not have to have the ball in his hands to be a great player, and that is a rare thing, in today's NBA. And Anthony Davis is one of those guys. Pick and rolls with AD and Wemby, it would be a nightmare.
But
so here's the offer. Spurs get AD, Bulls get Najee Marshall, Mavericks get Harrison Barnes, Keldon Johnson, Luke Cornett, a 26 second-round pick, 28 and 29 second-round picks from the Bulls.
Well, I like the way that ended. I still get my first-round picks.
You don't give up a first-rounder. You're basically giving up Harrison, Keldon, and Cornett.
I have to have either Harrison or Keldon pick somebody else, or you can't have both. You can have one of them, and I'd prefer to keep. I'd rather you take Keldon and somebody else than Barnes. I need his shooting.
I think the general thought is the Mavericks would prefer to get. Obviously, they would prefer to get Castle or Harper. I would. That's not on the table in my mind. But I think they would prefer to get Devin Vassell because of the contract is pretty friendly at this point for Devin.
He's one of the few shooters we got. I mean, if we're making a deal, I'm making a deal to get good right now.
But Anthony Davis is a pretty good shooter. Like I mean,
I'm talking about 3-point, the drive and kick dudes.
Yeah,
like the guys that Anthony Davis is going to pass to once he clears space. Those guys.
I don't really love trading Harrison and Keldon in this situation.
That depletes me at one particular position. I mean, I got a starter and a backup. Are you taking both of them?
Yeah.
I don't like
But
that.
if it were Devin, Keldon, and Cornette,
I'd listen.
I could be convinced.
I would listen.
But now with AD, you quite frankly, you run into the same problem you have with Wemby. You've got a great player when he's on the floor.
You hope of the 52 games that they spend at least 40 of them together.
And you're not giving up any of your young elite core guys
I'm not giving
or
up
your
core,
future
my draft
firsts.
picks. So I can fix a problem if I've created one with a draft. So I can see that.
Claymore says, why would the Spurs want Davis, though? I don't know, because he's a top 15 player in the league. Again, he's a pick and roll machine on a team that could pick and roll you to death.
I think it would be a good move if this was next year and we had title. We felt we were.
Well, he'd be around for next year too.
Yeah, he'd be around for 2 or 3 years. He's not a long-term commitment, and he's a cheaper commitment than the Giannis idea. So if the Spurs are in a mood to speed the clock and go fast forward, I would probably be more akin to that kind of move than half my franchise for Giannis.
And that's the thing. With Giannis, you're not only are you going to give up firsts, you're going to give up one of your young core studs.
So if they're of the mind to make a move, I would prefer that one than Giannis. But I know the Spurs, and this would have to have been already part of the plan because I don't think anything's going to jump up now that's going to make them change their mind unless they get a truly Godfather kind of offer.
Yeah.
Would you do that with San Antonio? I don't think so.
I don't think they would either. But it certainly makes for interesting fodder.
I want to see Dallas build around Flag. Admit the fact that you are rebuilding. Don't try to screw around and change the tires when you're doing 45 miles an hour. Go get the guys that Cooper Flag will be successful with in 4 years. That's how you should be aiming this thing.
Yeah, I think so too. So quite frankly, if I'm Dallas, I mean, am I really going to push for Harrison Barnes to be in this deal? How many more years of Harrison Barnes exist? Yeah. Okay, so you'd rather throw me a younger guy? Yeah, I'll take that. And I think for the Spurs, keeping Harrison Barnes makes the most sense for a couple of reasons. A, he's your best.
He's our best, most clutch shooter.
He's your best shooter, and he's also, outside of Wemby, your best defender, quite frankly. Although AD would – God, can you imagine the defense of –
That's why this deal is – we can even discuss it because any head coach goes, wow. I can't imagine having 14 feet at 2 positions that mobile.
Yeah.
I mean, the likes of which has never been done before.
God, your only prayer is you better be able to chuck threes.
Yes.
There's nothing for you in the paint.
None. So I think it's because of that it's worthy of discussion. I don't think Dallas is ever going to help San Antonio. They're not going to do anything to let San Antonio prolong what they see as a long run. That would be the one thing that I would kick.
I generally agree, but I think Dallas also, after losing Luka, they're in such dire straits now that they need to rebuild, and they can't really be too particular. They've got to get the best stuff back for them.
And whoever's doing this at GM is going to have a little bit of a safety net because he's fixing somebody else's problem.
And because the Spurs don't have, they wouldn't have to send back as much salary as AD makes because the Spurs have room under the cap. Most of these other teams they can't absorb a guy like AD.
I like talking about this. I don't, at the end of the day, I can't imagine the Spurs doing anything. I just don't think that's going to come to play unless, again, the offer is too good to turn down. And none of those sounded so too good to turn down. I like the idea of not having to give up draft picks and only one of my young core. I would be amenable to it. But it would have to be, at the end of the day, I'd have to see marked improvement and an opportunity to do something quick. Like I can get better that much faster, and I got a chance this year. But I don't know of a single Spur fan that would be very happy about that deal in any of those forms.
AD has he's got the deserved reputation for being oft unavailable. But there's a reason why people still give him $60 million a year because when he is available, he still is an elite player.
And he's always been on teams that the Spurs have played against. He's been an ongoing rival, New Orleans all the way to L.A. So don't let that stink of the teams he's been on linger with him. He would
really fit
and he's a good
well
guy,
on this team.
But I just don't think at this point where the Spurs are that it's worth the effort.
Okay,
you know what I mean. This
isn't one I'm pounding the table for.
I know you're not, and I don't think a lot of people are. But I do know that I want the Spurs to be continually considered as an opportunity. I like the idea of, well, let's call the Spurs and see what they got, because that's when the good deals happen. When everybody's always calling you, eventually you'll get one. You go, that's the best I've heard. Let's do this.
Yeah. No, I tend to agree.
So I do like it. And I'm not anti-Anthony Davis. I don't think anybody is. I just don't think for the long-term success that he adds that much flavor.
The other thing is, I mean, why would the Mavericks look for Luke Cornett when they've got Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford?
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't. I don't know. I guess Lively's hurt right now, but I mean, for your long term, it's a weird move.
And I kind of felt like Gafford and the Kentucky kid are both long-term Mavericks. Those are two of the guys that they are going to keep around with Cooper as he grows.
All right, I'm going to tell you about Blue Star Tequila. You should already know about Blue Star Tequila. I've been singing their praises, and for good reason. Blue Star Tequila it's a bargain, and that's what I'm looking for in my booze. Listen, I love buying a nice $400 bottle of booze myself every once in a while. I've done that in the past, but would I prefer to get a bottle of booze that stacks up with that money without having to pay that money? Of course. That's where Blue Star Tequila comes in. Blue Star Tequila won Best in Class at the New York Spirits Competition, which means the Añejo did. Every tequila that was on the table was entered in this contest, and Blue Star Tequila was chosen as the finest of them all. And that includes all those $900 bottles of tequila that were on the table with it. And Blue Star was the least expensive one in the bunch. So why wouldn't you go with that? If you can get the quality that's that elite for that great price, Blue Star Tequila is where it's at. Find them at Costco, Alamo City Liquors, Specs, and Total Wine. Once you try it, let me know, man. I think you're going to love it. That's Blue Star Tequila.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning. As you head into your midday commute, Loop 410 eastbound Blanco Road. That wreck is still there. Left lane. It's about a 5-minute delay. Stop and go from Babcock. I-10 westbound before you get to 37. This wreck is in the right lane. On 410 eastbound Babcock, disabled vehicle off to the shoulder. And noticing a little bit of a delay along 1604 northbound from Culebra on up to Housman. I'm Debbie Alcacer, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
At AT&T, we guarantee our network so you can talk college football with your BFF while taking Buster to the vet.
Hey, yeah, I can't believe he ate the whole thing of chicken wings.
And I can't believe we're staging a comeback. Touchdown!
Yes! Staying connected matters. That's why in the rare event of a network outage, you'll automatically get a bill credit for a full day's service. For wireless downtime lasting 60 minutes or more caused by a single incident impacting 10 or more towers, must be connected to impacted tower at onset of outage. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See att.com/guarantee for full details.
Find the most wonderful gifts at Macy's Friends and Family Sale with incredible deals on our best brands like Donna Karan, Avec Les Filles, Calvin Klein, and more, all at 30% off. Plus, take 15% off beauty and fragrance from Lancôme, Clinique, and Yves Saint Laurent. Or Star Rewards members can earn $20 in Star money for every $100 spent on eligible brands. Ends tonight, only at Macy's Friends and Family Sale. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Have an easy holiday only at Staples. Save on top tech and gaming gifts, plus shipping supplies and services for safe delivery. Don't miss 50% off custom cards, photo gifts, wrapping paper, and more. Visit staples.com/print for details. Staples, that was easy.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check Kirk Herbstreit's pregame analysis first, before talking to your brother-in-law.
In this game, the key thing to watch will be the offensive line versus their front seven. If they can get pressure without blitzing, this could be a long night.
Okay, Kirk.
I know stuff.
Ooh, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
We know exactly what you're not thinking about right now. Wiper blades. But now that you are, take a moment to think about how Rain-X is the #1 brand of wiper blades in America. Why? Because Rain-X thinks about wiper blades all the time. We obsess, so you don't have to. Simply install our blades and then think about literally anything else. So choose Rain-X, America's #1 wiper blades, and then go back to not thinking about wiper blades. Rain-X. Outsmart the elements.
Nugget Bells, Nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
Is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
we will pack the car with gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
The following is a dramatization.
Davis Law Firm, how can I help?
Hi, I got hurt in a wreck, but I don't know if it's really worth getting an attorney.
Don't worry, you called the right place.
I'm Jeff Davis. At Davis Law Firm, we're here for you 24/7, and you don't pay unless we win. We recently secured a jury verdict for $210 million in a wrongful death case. So if you've been hurt, call us at 444-4444.
Davis Law Firm, San Antonio.
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94-1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday night at 7:20. The Cowboys take on the Minnesota Vikings at home in Arlington. Pre-game at 6. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds, the Davis Law Firm, Hornitos Tequila, Connecticut, and Jim Beam.
How about them Cowboys?
94-1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime!
Yeah. Yep.
I think one day
you're gonna let it slip.
No, one day they'll realize that they're clipping my wings in a way that's not letting me fly properly. Like, I'm sure someone once told Robert Plant, like, hey, you know that screaming thing you do? You could probably tone that back some.
So you're
That
comparing
high-pitched
yourself
squeal.
to Robert Plant.
I mean, I think there's some similarities.
In that you're both
We both like to
human.
sing.
You're both human.
You're both
male.
male.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some similarities.
Similar hairstyles.
Kinda. At least
Similar physical
underneath.
builds.
Yeah.
When we take our shirts off, we look kind of the same.
You look a lot like an 85-year-old man.
Same
Yeah.
height too.
Same height. Yeah, same
Is he a
height.
tall
basic- No.
So yeah, there's a similar.
But, you know, I guess he'll have to learn the hard way. He'll have to learn what it's like now that he doesn't have it. That's when they learn. It's like when a girl breaks up with a guy who treats her real good because she thinks like this other guy's gonna be better, and then she realizes, oh man, that guy treated me so good. That's what the suit's gonna say. He's gonna be like, man,
Yeah, it could happen.
AJ was he's such a good singer in hindsight.
But there's something missing from my life.
You know.
AJ singing Bad Company this morning.
Yeah, just
It's just not the same.
no.
I'm not saying it's worse. Just saying it's different.
Different. There we go.
You're not gonna like this.
Yeah. All right. Guess who's back in the news? Kyle Rittenhouse. That's right, Kyle Rittenhouse.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is he still on the
Yes.
circuit? Is he still being pulled in by
He's
every
back on. He said, "I'm
gun-loving
back
MAGA?
on social media.
Oh, good for him.
I'm back in the fight, and I'm here to stay."
Don't shoot me, please.
He did. You remember he deleted his Twitter or his X and his Facebook page, but he came back. He said, "For a quick update, 6 months ago, I made the best decision of my life and married my best friend, Bella Rittenhouse. I couldn't be happier. I love you, beautiful. I hope Rittenhouse wasn't her name before they got married. That'd be
creepy.
weird.
Might be one branch on that family tree."
And he shared the photos from his wedding. in which he was wearing a blue suit and they were both holding guns, which is always
got to stay on brand.
Stay on brand. That's the move. He said more life updates coming, which means probably there's a baby Rittenhouse
There's some
on the
Hitler
way.
youth on the way, some little Hitler youth.
It would appear that way, that we've got more coming. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. There's plenty more about that. But yeah, I guess he's decided now that we missed him enough.
I know I missed him.
Yeah. 3 kids. Well, I shouldn't say 3 kids. There are 3 accused of giving kids counterfeit money to spend at businesses. So there's adults saying, hey, take this money, go spend it at these local businesses.
And bring me the change.
Why does this $5 bill have Ronald McDonald on it?
I think what they were doing was kind of testing the waters.
Oh, yeah. It's like having the kids hold your drugs.
Yeah, like, okay, if they're going to arrest a kid, I mean, what are they going to
get out tonight?
Kid in jail? Yeah, I doubt they're going to do that. But it turns out there were a handful of adults involved. Jean Armand, who's 32 years old.
John Armand?
Well, Jean or Jean.
Jean Armand?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Code name.
Armand claimed he got the counterfeit bills from his friends, 25-year-old Quinice Staten Langley and 24-year-old Beyonce Batiste Staten. According to the sheriff's office, Staten Langley and 2 children were inside a vehicle. One of the children had a counterfeit $20 bill and a receipt from a Taco Bell earlier that day. They had about $400 worth of currency. They found that $20 bills had been used by a child at a Dollar General store, and they matched the description. The deputy went to the Taco Bell, said the same child used a counterfeit 20 to make a small purchase and received change. The same child made a small purchase that same morning at a nearby pizza restaurant. This has got to be a fat kid. I mean,
Yeah.
Pizza, and a couple hours later,
All
get
the
some
food.
Taco Bell. All have been arrested, charged with scheme to defraud, petty theft, uttering forged bills, conspiracy to commit fraud, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
What are you kidding? That guy had a great day. That kid had a fantastic day.
Hey, kid, take this $7 bill into Taco Bell.
I haven't seen a $9 bill before.
See what they say about it.
Yeah. Bring me the change.
Yeah, make sure you bring me change. Make sure you bring me change.
Copied that thing on the copier in the back room and sit the kids out.
Yeah.
Go get your candy bar.
This guy's the worst. A sperm donor who unknowingly...
Was he donating or getting paid? I always thought that was an interesting term.
I don't know if he was getting paid.
See, if you're getting a little check for the work, you're not donating anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Anyway.
He unknowingly carried a genetic condition.
Oh, no.
And he has fathered nearly 200 children across Europe.
And they all have this.
It is 20% of his sperm carries a mutation of the TP53 gene, which fights cancer cells in the body. So
that's a good thing.
Yeah, except any children born by this affected sperm will carry that mutation, which means they are highly likely to develop cancer in their lives, with childhood cancer a particularly high risk. He's got a mutation of the gene that is supposed to, when it's working properly, fights cancer.
But
it's not working properly.
And due to the inability to genetically test when he did all that, they didn't know.
Their condition is called Li-Fraumeni syndrome, which means they have up to a 90% risk of developing cancer before they turn 60. That ain't good. A small number of British women who had fertility treatment abroad were among those who received sperm from the donor. The BBC broke the story after investigating it alongside 13 other public service broadcasters. The man's sperm was used at 67 fertility clinics in 14 different countries.
Good grief.
100 197 children known to have been born during or using this sperm have already, several of them have already developed cancer. Some have died. Oh, man. This is a bad scene. And I think the guy himself he didn't have cancer. He's not unwell. But he
must be like in the catalog of what do you want your kid to look like.
There's a lot of people picked him.
He
yeah.
must have looked good.
I mean, I bet he looked like Travis Kelce, but he could read.
Right? You filled it
like,
out.
I want someone who looks like Travis Kelce but knows how to read.
Can we cut down on the cancer?
Yeah, yeah, they didn't. No, they weren't thinking about that.
Lower the cancer.
They weren't thinking about that.
Or was it Josh Allen?
No,
or Garoppolo.
Ooh,
or
Jimmy,
Garoppolo.
Jimmy G.
Yeah, ooh, Jimmy.
What a man. What a man, that Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's see. Finally, I don't know. Listen, I'm not here to I'm not here to say what should be used on by or in political ads. I don't think that I do think like you should have to have permission from these musicians if you're going to associate your political beliefs with their music. And this Sabrina Carpenter story, have you seen much of this? Like, there's a lot going on with Sabrina Carpenter now where she's filing lawsuits and there are political parties using her music. She doesn't like it. She is the Variety Hitmaker of the Year. She's just won an award as Hitmaker of the Year. But apparently they're saying now that if you make music, they're going to start allowing these politicians to just, as long as they're not making money off of it, which politicians, first of all, here's a pro tip. Politicians don't do anything unless they're making money off of it.
Right. This is a fine one. I don't know where to land on this.
To me, it should just be like if I've got a song and I don't agree with your message, I don't want you using my message, you shouldn't be allowed to use my song. Like, whether I'm getting paid for it or not doesn't matter. Like, I don't want my brand attached to that.
I agree that you should have control of it to a certain extent, but at some point it does become public property, public domain. And at what point?
Well, it can't be today.
No. Some of those, I mean, I'm just saying it's in the public domain. The moment it's coming out over the air on the radio, people can record it and play it back at their leisure. You can digitize it. You can do all this kind of stuff. And at some point, you lose control of it as the artist, other than just the pay. So I can see going, if I'm a political campaign, I'm using it whether you like it or not.
Yeah. But
I can also see this is mine. You don't get to use my stuff. And I think I would probably fall on that side of things. And I'm pretty sure judges would too.
Last story here. I don't know if you guys agree with me on this. I bet Vic does.
What?
You know who is an underrated smoke show celebrity, kind of celebrity? Lily from AT&T. You remember the Lily from AT&T commercials?
She's got a Russian name, right? She's not. She's from
Milana Ventrub.
There we go, Ventrub.
I think she huge tracts of land.
I think she
huge
is
tracts of land.
I think she's hot.
Oh yeah, she is.
So she is selling
what?
Pictures of herself.
Like OnlyFans kind of pictures?
Except it's called Only Philanthropy.
What?
She told her Instagram followers on Monday about a crazy idea she had to provide monetary support for the victim of the LA wildfires. She sold exclusive pictures to raise $170,000 in proceeds within 4 days for a single mother. First of all, I didn't know anything about this. I don't know how I didn't know anything about this. I would have gladly contributed to charity there. She said that Bridget, this lady that she raised money for, was able to replace her medical equipment, buy new clothes and a car, and cover a year of housing for her and her disabled son. So this Lily from AT&T is a good-hearted person. She decided to continue her mission over the summer, raise more than $350,000 in a week by posting more spicy pictures. That was for the Altadena organization, My Tribe Rise, which in turn created direct grants for other wildlife victims. So she is basically, I don't know. Now, I don't know if they're nude, but
I'm pretty sure they're not.
No, they're just pretty revealing.
Yeah. She's.
I'd look right now, but I don't want to look on this computer.
I'm worried about her back. I hope her back holds up.
Yes. Only Philanthropy is more empowering. It says her photos are shared 1 to 3 days after users make a donation, and the images cannot be posted on social media. So they've got some fail safes in place, but
she's 38. She's in her prime.
She looks good to me.
She's going to turn this into a career above and beyond just being the AT&T girl.
I don't know. She didn't like the attention she got. Like, really? She was getting a lot of sexual harassment. At first, I thought I was the only one who was into Lily from AT&T, but then I found out there was like a big underground surge of she's so hot, and she is.
Yep.
Because you get the sense if she doesn't like it, the dude that does the State Farm commercials, he would kill or die to get into movies.
And then she started like intentionally trying to make herself look ugly in those ads. Like she'd get herself a bad haircut, or she'd wear like a shirt that flattened her down. And then she just stopped being in the commercials altogether.
Oh, she doesn't do them anymore?
I don't think so. When's the last time you saw Lily?
I hadn't really paid attention. I'll look for her
You know what
now.
I'm saying? It's been a long time. R.I.P. Lily.
I've missed that.
She's got a kid?
What?
Well, I've been paying her salary. I'm an AT&T.
And she's 5'3"?
I thought she was waiting for me.
I know.
I thought she was saving herself.
I thought she was going to convince me to, like, reverse the vasectomy, you know? I want to have a child with you.
I wasn't going to reverse it, but I was going to tell her I got mine reversed. And then she,
do a lot of work.
We got to keep trying.
Unwed mothers. I'm going to help an unwed mother get her start.
All right, let's take our last break of the day, Rob, and when we come back, we'll look at the daily lines. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I hope you got up this morning and took a big old long drink out of a Connecticut water softened faucet. I hope you have water that you're proud of, that you would savor the taste and really understand you got the best there is. If you got a Connecticut, you're agreeing with me. If you don't have a Connecticut, there's been some issues that you might not have noticed, but you're dealing with them one way or the other. Your pipes probably aren't as clean as they should be. You probably got a little bit of that white powder on a couple of dishes sitting there in your dishwasher. And there's a couple of white socks sitting in the hamper that are slowly turning gray for no apparent reason other than your water is not as clean as it should be. And that's why Connecticut steps in. I've been a Connecticut customer for as long as I remember. Several houses. Now, you can even rent a Connecticut for your apartment. Yeah. You want the very best, it's always available to you. And now's the time to get a Connecticut in your home. Great specials to be had, great financing, but a gift. And I want to talk about this. The best thing about my Connecticut is the reverse osmosis, that K5 drinking station at my sink. See, I never need to buy another bottle of water. I don't need to worry about what's going into my coffee maker. I don't need to worry about any of that. The water coming through my Connecticut is absolutely perfect. Now's the time to go get one. I want you to call them today at 656-PURE. Go to ConnecticutSA.com for all the details. They've got a K5 reverse drinking osmosis station. I'll say that again. A K5 reverse osmosis drinking station for your sink, just waiting for you when you make your buy. Call Connecticut today. Get the very best and thank me later.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star and AARP Texas are sending Cowboy fans to Jerry World to see America's team play all season long. How do you get in on the action? Head to SASportsStar.com now and register to win. SASportsStar.com. Live it up with the boys in the Big D from AARP Texas and 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Discover the newest place to play at Top Golf New Braunfels, now open at 427 Creekside Way in the New Braunfels Town Center. This no golf knowledge needed experience is for everyone and is all about bringing more play and more fun. Top Golf New Braunfels features new games, new food and drink, a 9-hole mini golf course, and half-off gameplay Monday through Thursday. Take a swing with Top Golf's exclusive golf club, The Sure Thing, designed to make golf less hard for beginners or those whose game just isn't that great. Come play around at Top Golf New Braunfels.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at TSAOG.com.
Another episode brought to you by Prize Picks. And I'll tell you, it's the holiday season. It's the best time of year for sports. The bowl games are beginning. You got college and pro basketball. You got playoff pushes all around, and it's all happening at once. There's no better place to play than at Prize Picks. I love going to Prize Picks because I get to stack different leagues. I like a football play. Let's say I like Jamar Chase this weekend. I also like Wemby with the blocks. I could add that in there as well. And you like to play the hockey as well. You've got everything there that you can stack. Above and beyond that, if you have a favorite player, you can play them in a lot of different ways. That's Prize Picks. Go download the app today, and when you do, remember the code ALAMO. If you remember the word ALAMO, there's free play in there, so go download Prize Picks and remember the code ALAMO and get your money early. You get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's the code ALAMO to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it 'tis the season to go play on your Prize Picks, and you know why? Because it feels so good to be right.
By texting 24700, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from J.Crew Factory. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at jcrew.com.
At J.Crew Factory, we think shopping should be fun, really fun, as in scoring our exclusive collection of classic styles for the whole family at prices that can't be beat. And today, save even more. Just text GIFTING to 24700 to receive an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more at your nearest J.Crew Factory store. This holiday season, discover perfect presents for you and your crew. Shop cozy matching pajamas, toasty sweaters, amazing outerwear, festive accessories, and so much more. Get in the spirit at J.Crew Factory, where we have incredible deals every single day. Visit jcrewfactory.com to find your nearest San Antonio area store today. But first, get an extra $25 off your purchase of $75 or more when you text GIFTING to 24700. Text GIFTING to 24700 to get your $25 off coupon. That's GIFTING to 24700. See a store associate for details.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
If you missed the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you missed this.
You ever had a slip of the tongue like that, Minix?
Not like that.
I've heard one from our good friend Maury Vasquez talking about Deion Sanders back in the day when Sanders played for the Dallas Cowboys and was on the air at Ken's 5 and said, well, Sanders not playing because he's got a he's got a bulging Richard in his back.
Not a disc.
Not a disc.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, good morning.
I know we're getting to the daily lines.
Yes.
But we haven't talked about a little thing that happened last night in the Spurs-Laker game. Remember the LeBron dunk when he turned and screamed into Luke Cornett's face?
What was that all about?
Good. Well, first of all, 45-year-old man doing what he did, however old he is, that's pretty damn impressive. But, dude, what did Luke Cornett ever do to you?
Rivers.
Well, that was a death scream, his war face.
I know. I think that's what he was. I mean,
that's a meme now.
So I think LeBron, when he scored those 8 points, and people were, I mean, of course, everybody. This is the thing about LeBron. Anytime he has a bad night, people rush to call him washed and like. Oh yeah. Like the idea that a 40-something-year-old man is no longer a top 3 player in the league. Now he's quote washed. I don't understand it. I've never been like a LeBron hater. I'm also not a person who says like, oh, LeBron's better than MJ. I appreciate LeBron for what he is. He is certainly one of the 3 or 4 best players that's ever walked the face of the earth.
Still pretty good.
And he is certainly the best player to ever do it at the age that he's at now. And that's not even close. Like the late era Jordan was nothing compared to what LeBron is now. No, but I also so maybe he's a little bitter that everybody's
he
talking
chose
about
violence against Luke Cornett. I mean, that was, dude. I mean, I'm impressed with the dunk, and you can be happy, but he looked at Cornett like Cornett took some of his mother's money.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about.
Ooh, boy.
But, Got after him. He got after him. All right, let's wrap up the show the way we always do by taking a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You covered, yeah!
The plebes are back in action today in the NBA. There's all the teams that didn't make it to the Emirates Cup semifinals. They're all going to be able to play today.
Losers.
Why are you playing on today? You look poor. Yeah, it's disgusting. Who play on a regular day? I only play for the Emirates Cup. That's right. I was so mad when I found out that that's not how she really talks.
And it should be. She should adopt that.
That really did piss me off. The Clippers are at the Rockets today. The Clippers are bad. The Rockets are good. Are the Rockets 9.5 points better than the Clippers is the question. That's a lot of points. But I kind of think yes.
I think they are. I'm pretty comfortable with that one.
I kind of think yes.
It'd be hard.
Here's one I kind of don't think, because there's the same line here. The Celtics are 9.5 point favorites on the road against the Bucks. And I know what you're going to say. There's no Giannis. And you're right. That still seems like a lot of points on the road for the Celtics.
I think that's a big ask, but it's certainly doable. I think that they're going to probably do it. I wouldn't touch it, but I think they're probably going to do it.
Here's a road favorite I like tonight. And I'm rarely looking to bet road favorites anyway, but I do like Portland tonight, laying 4.5 at the Pelicans.
Oh, well, first of all, though, the Pelicans, being a G League team with a first-round draft pick playing, they played the Spurs pretty tough the other night.
They did, but I think a lot of that was the Spurs' own doing.
I agree with that.
I think the Blazers, one thing I do know is, and the Blazers don't have the luxury that the Spurs have of taking the Pelicans lightly. The Blazers are not super talented, but I said this all last year. The Blazers probably try harder than just about any team out there. Mm-hmm. Like, given the talent that they have, they go out there and they give it their best.
And you just got to give the Pelicans a reason to quit.
I think so, too. Yeah. So I like the Blazers tonight on the road. The Nuggies laying 10.5 in Sacramento.
Oh, yeah.
They blow them out?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. In the National Football League, the Atlanta Falcons are in Tampa. Tampa, a 4.5 point favorite, trending toward a 5 point favorite at home. Total in that one is 44.5. I've made my case for the under. I haven't made enough of a case for the Falcons to back them yet, but it's certainly the side that I'm considering. I'm not laying 4.5 points with this Bucs team. I'm just not. I don't care. Oh, they're getting some guys back from injury. I don't trust Baker Mayfield right now.
I don't either, and I don't think they can score enough to get that separation.
That's tough, man.
But I'll say this:
the Falcons suck.
This is the game of the year for Tampa, and they'll get another one next week. But right now, you lose this one, it's over. That's it.
And the Falcons, and you can say, well, the Falcons are unlucky because they keep losing one-score games, and they are. But they could lose a one-score game here, and you would lose your money.
True.
So that's true. That's the unfortunate thing. Quick look at the lines ahead this weekend. The Jets are at the Jags. This line is getting crazy. The Jags are going to be 14-point favorites over the Jets. That's insane.
It's not. I don't know why you keep giving the Jets so much credit.
I'd put a college team. The Jags shouldn't be 14-point favorites. 14?
I know that we're talking about it's not about being better, but I think 14 is a line for a Jacksonville team that sees the playoffs. They now can pat themselves on the back and say, we're a playoff team. The Jets have nothing to do but lose. They have no benefit to winning. I mean, you can pat yourself and be proud of the win, but this team needs a loss. We need higher draft picks and more of them.
So far this year, the Jags have a 3-point win over the Cardinals and a 1-point win over the Raiders on their resume.
You make every valid point, but this is the Jets.
I mean, are the Raiders better than the Jets? They're at least equal to.
I would say equal, but
they beat them by 1.
This is the Jets this week. I can't imagine the Jets being in this game in the fourth quarter within 14 points.
14 is just—it's insane.
For you as a gambling guy, I know it's scary to even look at that giant number. But how did I just can't imagine a world where the Jets put out any kind of effort at all other than individual performance. Like, I'm going to get my tackles, but they're not going to be able to move the ball. I don't know how they're going to stop them.
I don't know. Bills are 1-point favorites at New England. I like the Bills this weekend.
I do too. I think they should.
They're not going to get swept by the Patriots. And the Patriots, they're a little propped up by their schedule. I think this is a good spot for the Bills.
And I like Cook this weekend on your DFS too.
And I think it's just, sometimes it just boils down to a quarterback playing in the cold. Who do I trust? I know I trust Josh Allen. You're in some bad weather. I trust Josh.
I did last week.
We'll see about Drake May. I like Drake May a lot. But I trust Josh Allen here. I think the Bills win this week. Cleveland's at the Bears. Again, Cleveland, it's not a fun thing to bet on the Cleveland Browns. But the Bears being 7.5-point favorites.
That's a lot of points.
The Bears never win a game by a touchdown. Every win, it's like 1 point, 2 point, 1 point. And now we're asking them to win by 7.5. You're still the Bears.
They're still the Bears, but there's still Shedeur Sanders at quarterback, and everybody's telling him what a good job he did, and he didn't.
Yeah,
I mean, you just didn't look awful. If you call that a success, maybe it is. But I think there's a couple turnovers that Shedeur's just ready to hand over. So you be careful with that.
I'm seeing now. I'm going to be on a lot of underdogs this week. The Las Vegas Raiders plus 11.5 at the Eagles. Who's going to the window with their money and saying, I think the Eagles are going to win by 2 touchdowns today?
I'm not, but we kind of talked about Atlanta, maybe what cures what ails you, that might just fix what. You think the Raiders might just cure that Philly offense, might just be the fix?
Here's what I know about the Raiders. Their offense the last several weeks has been Geno Smith, take a sack, maybe throw an interception. That's their offense. That's not going to be the case this week. I think I like the Raiders to cover that. We'll talk more about the games coming up this weekend tomorrow. We've got a full show for you tomorrow. Jason and Joe are coming to you live from Baltimore for Army-Navy. They'll come up at 2 o'clock. We will see you tomorrow.
KTFM Floresville, your home for the Super Bowl. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If your car is out of warranty, one major repair